Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday morning's messages of love from above. And yes, I am here early today. My host, who allows me to live in her basement, she has a medical procedure, and so I went to take her to do that. And while we're waiting, she's going to be under and recovering for 3 to 4 to 5 hours. And she was like, go home and do your thing, because that's what she loves me to do. So I am here while she is getting her procedure done. So sending lots and lots of love to her, which we'll do here in a moment too. Before we get into the readings, I do want to send love out to the entire world, but we'll send love to my wonderful friend as well. So, if you want to join me in doing that, I absolutely welcome that. Whether you're watching live or on replay, we can send love out to the world outside of space and time and bring it in. So, I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now, and just allow that love to flow down into us and fill us up and out to the world, surrounding the globe in a beautiful ball of love energy, sparking every heart higher and higher and higher in the love vibration. And if you yourself are in need of love in this moment for your heart, your mind, your body, for a situation, a relationship, a loved one, whatever it may be, and for our beautiful host, we send the love to you and to them right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and for allowing the space for that. Before we get into the readings, I do want to make sure everyone knows that this Monday, every Monday, I have a giveaway. Tuesdays, I put out a video saying what I'm giving away, how you can get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. This one, here's the link to the video that I put out this Tuesday. I'll be giving away 7 personal recorded readings on Monday. It ends my month long of May, where I had a big extravaganza of giveaways, where we were just honoring Divine Mother and Mama energy. And so I gave away a lot of things. And this is the end of the big giveaways. I'll probably go back to just doing the 2 30-minute personal recorded readings per week giveaway starting the following week. But you never know, spirit comes in and just inspires. So, but that's the plan as of this moment. So, if you want to get into those drawings, make sure to check out that video. And actually, every week I do put out a pick a card reading as well. This week's is Where Am I Making a Mistake? And I love Spirit clarifies what is a mistake even possible? And then these wonderful energies around that pick a card. Also have a ton of pick a cards on my main page under my playlist. So if you ever are looking for more, digging in, they're timeless, so you can check those out. And happy June for those of you who have not checked out your monthly reading for each individual zodiac sign. Here's the playlist for that. And I have included a little chart telling the planets and what area of our life they influence. So if you know the zodiac sign of the planet for the area of life you want some extra tidbits on for the month of June, you can check out that video too. And if you don't know your planet's zodiac sign, you can get a free birth charts out there these days. I know I use astro.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I've been using them for years. And so I feel like they're trustworthy, but you have to trust your heart and trust your guidance and wherever you feel you want to get your birth chart from. But, so that, I think, is the skinny. I'm not sure when they're gonna be done with the procedure. They're supposed to call me, so I might do something really unprofessional, and if they call while I'm live, I might need to be like, "Be right back," psh, and just find out, when they're gonna be available for me to pick them up and everything. So, I know you guys understand. Alright, so let me get my desktop all set up here, and we will get into the readings. If you are new to my channel, um, or to these free readings, first of all, welcome. Welcome to the Soul Family. You've got wonderful people here in our Soul Family, great senses of humor and big, huge hearts. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And how the free readings work is there's no special list. I just go down in order, first come, first serve, down the chat. And so you just put your question there, and then we pull cards. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you're wanting to know about, and so we'll pull cards for that. If you make a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and prioritize those readings. I step outside of the free readings. I go dive deeper into those as well. And then I return back to the free readings and go down the list. I try to get through as many as I can, usually in for an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes longer, depending. Um, but to make a donation, you can use the super chat down at the bottom or the in the pinned comment at the top or the description box of the video. We've got Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square as well. And there's no set amount. I know everyone's funds vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet, and so. Excuse me. I don't look at the dollar amounts. I just honor the energy exchange. So, whatever you'd like to do. Um, I think that is everything. Maybe, maybe. If not, we'll talk about it when we talk about it, right? All right. So let me scroll to the top here, and we will get started on the free readings. So, Green Spell, you are up first. And you want to know anything that Spirit wants you to know. And I'm using the transient light tarot. And then I will also switch over to the tarot of mystical moments when I am so guided. So let's take a look here and see Green Spell. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Wow. Two major arcana coming in here. And so you've got the Chariot card in the Sun. The Sun card, beautiful, abundance, overflowingness. It's one of the most victorious cards. So there is light shining, and I see these rays that are coming out here. And the victory, these beautiful, the amount of abundance that comes in for you, that's flowing into your life very, very soon, if not already, all has to do with the Chariot. This is movement, victory. Both of these very victorious cards. So if you're asking about a specific situation. This is a heck yeah, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to transform. It's really great. The amount of abundance, though, depends on. I love how they have the mouth with the pearl because it's almost like the sun here. The it's the Chariot card is movement, victory, but also a huge power of choice card. Whatever we are given this amazing power to choose in each moment. That's what they kind of call free will or whatever, but it's our power to choose what thought, what story I put to whatever's going on in the moment, what emotion I want to feel as I'm going through it, and then also what energy I put forward, what action do I take in each moment. All of that is in my hands and my power. That's our co creative force. So if I focus on what I'm missing and fears and all that, limited abundance, right? Because we're lowering the vibrational energy and we need to match to bring in amazing things. And so if we're feeling low and we have low self-worth about the situation or don't just feel we deserve things, we draw in that type of experience. But if you focus on what you're grateful for, so sorry, grateful for, then we tell the universe, I enjoy being grateful for things. Send me more things to be grateful for, right? So that just makes that sun grow bigger and bigger, and the abundance grow bigger and bigger, the outcome higher and higher. So I love this that they're saying that you definitely have this victory coming, this positiveness, but the extremity of it is in your hands. So I like it for you, Green Spell. So cast a spell upon yourself of gratitude, right? I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. And up next, we got Lynx Lee. You say, can you go ahead with our all things are positive? Right. So you want confirmation. Is this what is it good to go ahead with our all things positive? Well, let's take a look here. Well, um there is this yes, you have the champion of wands, which is the knight of wands, fastest moving knight out of them all. Temperance is the balancing, going back and forth, and it does say that forward movement is indicated here, but also balancing. It's almost like one foot on the brake, one foot on the accelerator. So it's yes, you can go ahead with R. Things are positive, but go slow. Don't, zzz, because the temperance card is about balancing and patience. And of course, the Knight of Wands. Normally, if the temperance was by itself, it's like pause, wait. But with the Knight of Wands being the most fiery, fastest horse out of them all, it's like move forward, but one step at a time, slowly, no sprinting, just move forward, allow things to go forward. So take one step and then another, no fast speed walking either. It's just enjoy the process, move forward slowly. Slowly. They're really emphasizing slowly. So that's what they have for you, Link Sleeves. So many blessings for you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So, Golden, hey. So, how will your fated life partner? What does Spirit want you to know about your fated life partner? All right, let's see what they got here. All right. Well, I like this. Got two major arcana. So these are significant qualities that they have. Wheel of Fortune, just very fortunate. They almost have like a Midas touch. They have all this beautiful brilliance and abundance in every area of their life. So, yay, because you get to be a part of that, right? I like that. How they got that. I love the justice here. They might work in some sort of justice type of career, either, police, judge, court system, somewhere where they hold people accountable, but also it can be a higher place of learning with the Ace of Swords. A lot of how they get this here too is that they see things from a higher perspective and cut away a lot of fears of failing and of losing conditional love and of rejection. They've really have a higher way of looking at things. So that can be like justice, like a court and leadership, or it can be like education, like I said, professor, teacher, that type of thing. But they definitely have learned so much, and they understand the capital T truths versus the small T truths, those related to the higher realm and those of the human fear based world. They understand how it all works. And that's why they've just had this wonderful fated events where just it just feels very, they just have this attitude of life is very fortunate for them, and they've had a lot of fortunate things happen because of their choices. So I like that, Golden. So definitely, I I like them for you. So that is great, and they are your soul partner. So you've already agreed to be with them anyway. All right, so that's what they have for you, Golden. Many blessings. Richard Dita, hello, hello. You want to know the financial status of your in-laws. What does your spirit guides want you to know about this? All right, let's take a look here and see. What do your spirit guides want you to know about your in-laws' financial status? All right, just needed to refresh the cards real quick there. All right. Oh, well, I like it here. The 6 of coins does show that they have plenty because they have enough for themselves and they also have enough to give to other people as well. The 2 of swords here is an interesting card to come up about the in-laws' financial status, um, because it usually means there's a fork in the road, or more so, like closing eyes and opening heart. Okay, and then so what they're saying is that they're a very giving people. They like give to nonprofits. They like helping the underprivileged and individuals that are suffering. So I feel like they're very much involved in community services and helping. So I feel like they're in a very nice place financially, and that allows them they give from their heart, not from their minds. So they don't give expecting to receive or get recognition or whatever among the community. It's truly from the heart, which I like. It just feels very sincere and pure, not like, oh, I'm doing this for the deductions or for the fame or to get the attention, whatever. They do a lot anonymous and below the surface and out of a public eye. So I like that. But that's what's coming through. It just so many blessings to you. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, Patty, you'd be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation here from Cheery. Thank you, Cheery, for your donation. And you want to know here, what do your spirit guides and angels think about the plan you created yesterday? Uh-oh. Is this to take over the world? Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. All right. Let's take a look here and just see, what do your spirit guides and angels think about the plan you created yesterday? Let's look at that first, and then any suggestions. Um, I feel like for the suggestions, they do want to go to the Oracle of the Unicorns because you think it's unrealistic and fanciful. So, what better individual to talk to you but a unicorn? All right. Well, they like this. I mean, we've got the crown of coins, which is the king of pentacles, which is all about abundance and things. And they're like, why not go big? This is the highest abundance that you can achieve in the world. Why play small? Go big or go home. And the six of vessels, six of cups, is about the past. And I feel like they're telling you here, one, that like some of this desire that you have is left over from past lives that you've had that are bouncing around in your subconscious, that you have like achieved great things. Like if it is about being fame or it's about being seen or about different things, whatever it may be, it's like you've achieved these things and experienced these things in the past, and that's why your soul, your inner child, does feel like anything is possible. Look all the lives we've lived and all the extreme possibilities that were fulfilled, things that were seemed impossible. Look, we did it in past lives, and I like that. Even future lives, because we have access to our future selves as well. And I like that. So we've got this wonderful, um, you know, all this experiences that are down, below the surface there. So I like that. And then there's also this feeling of childhood of, before we're told, think more realistic. You cannot be an alien or an astronaut or president or, whatever you have when you're younger as a child, and you don't realize that things are impossible. We still have that childlikeness, and they like that. They're like, do that. Even if you shoot for the stars, you hit the moon. They're like, do it. Just shoot for whatever you're looking for and doing, and look at all you'll achieve instead of going, well, this is the most I could do. that's what you will do. But if you're like, "I want here," you might hit here, and that's still wow, right? So I like this energy that's coming in here. I like this. So here's look at that huge wings and its intention. And it says, be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. Shut up. I like it. It's so perfect. It says, when you focus on what you want with laser sharp clarity, you have the power to part seas and move mountains. What may now seem out of reach can come to you. If you believe in it with all of your heart, command it with clear intention, let the universe find the best way to bring it to you, and then take courageous action as guided. So, this is your instruction manual here, because it's saying that what you are wanting, they're like, you know what? It's not unrealistic, because what may now seem out of reach can come to you, right? But one, if you believe it with all your heart, so choosing that energy of believing, command it with clear intention. So clearly, what do you want clearly, not just generally, but very clearly. And then allow the universe to find the best way to bring it to you. So don't try to control the how, you just focus on asking for the what specifically, right? And then you take courageous action as guided. They will bring you the steps. So I love it. And it says you may sense that your desires are being delayed or not arriving at all because you're sending out a muddled or timid request. Perhaps you're not sending out any desires at all. You will create a default reality based on your old patterns and beliefs unless you use intention to manifest what you want. So avoid being trapped in the same dramas, the same experiences, and the same disappointments by setting strong new intentions now. You just can't make it up. This glorious winged horse urges you to remember that you are the powerful creator of your reality, and whether you're doing so consciously or unconsciously. This horse urges you to use focused intention to command in your blessings and deliberately create a life that lights you up. You are an infinite being tapped into unlimited possibilities, and you can choose and create your reality now. So choose a life that astounds you with its magnificence. I'm going to say that again. Choose a life that astounds you with its magnificence. Stand in your power as a co creator with the divine and stay strong in your clear intentions to live your highest life. That's like a drop in a mic moment. It's so perfect. So that's your answer, Cherry, and I like it. Wow. I can't wait to see what this is because you have 100% possibility to achieve it. Just follow that advice from the horse. Beautiful, beautiful. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I'm excited. I love your little sticker too. Okay. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. That excited me. I'm so wow. I'm all pumped up now. All right. So, Patty, back to you for the free readings. Hello, hello. Is the new GM to be with the company for long, or is he going to be replaced? Let's take a look here. Yeah, it looks here that there is disappointment. They do not stay, they do get replaced. This is the 10 of Swords is ending of expectations. There's this is disappointment, expectations not being met. This is expectations changing. So I feel like there's this change. They end up leaving, and then they will get replaced. So yeah, this is definitely is like, especially endings and new beginnings coming in. But there's disappointments. Either they are disappointing to the stockholders or whoever is in charge of appointing them, the committee, right? Or and or they are disappointed in the job themselves, and so they don't stick around a whole lot, very long. Right, so that's what's coming in, Patty. So many blessings for you there. Princess Pinky, you are up next here. And so Aquarius is feelings and next actions towards you. Let's take a look here and see what there's coming through here. Yeah, so we've got the king, not the king, the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. It's romance, and the Six of Coins here. This is what has to happen first, though. They're wanting to bring in emotions towards you, but the Six of Coins is this. It's codependency awareness card, but also I call it my overgiving awareness card, which allows us to go back and clear out this emotional barrier that's keeping them from that. And what you can look at, I talk about it a lot on this channel because it comes up so much. But the Six of Pentacles has this um, energy that's below the surface in our subconscious. Even though we consciously go, I want love, I want abundance, I want all this stuff to come in. If you feel like there's this barrier keeping things and people away, it's because there's this belief system below the subconscious that's down there that goes back to our earlier childhood, 7 years old and younger, where we felt we had to give so much to someone that was important to us to get very little back. It's the rate of love exchange, the rate of worth exchange. I have to give 1,000 love coins to deserve one love coin back, or 1,000 abundance coins to get one abundance coin back. Whatever it is that we're looking to receive, we feel we have to give so much to get so little because of whoever it was. We didn't know as children any better, so we accepted this way out of balance rate of exchange, and it seeped down, and it's been ruling our life since then. But when we become aware of it, going, why are these force fields keeping things away? We can bring that up into our consciousness and go, who is it when I was 7 years old or younger that I had to overgive to? Parents are usually usual suspects, but it could be grandparents, could be teachers, coaches, anyone, right? So when we look at that and we look at consciously who it is, then we see the out of balance. And we're like, oh, I know who it is. We're able to then, a little edit button appears when we become aware, where we can go in and delete those zeros and change it from 1 to 1,000 to 1 to 100 to 1 to 10 to 1 to 1. And then there's a little save button we click and we save it, and it goes back down in. And then our little inner child who was keeping track of the 1 to 1,000 sees it's 1 to 1 now, and it releases it because it's the one that's putting up these subconscious barriers keeping things from us. So there is work that you can do to open up and drop those things because it feels like they want to bring this attention, this emotion towards you, but these barriers are keeping them away. So that is what they have for you right now, Princess Pinky. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. And Blue Eyes, you'll be my next free reading, but I do have a donation coming through. Thank you so much, Seba. All right. And you want, what does D think of you after the recent fallout? Were you wise and backing away? And what are his intentions now versus the past? Was he genuine? All right, let's take a look here. So first of all, what do they think of you after the fallout? And then were you wise and backing away? Okay. And then what are his intentions now versus the past? Okay. And then was he genuine or is he genuine? Okay. Okay. None of those. Feel like it's just, yeah, that card right there. Okay, so let's take a look here. What does he think of you now? Well, he does think of you. You've got the Six of Cups here, so he thinks of the good times. He also thinks of, the struggles, the conflicts that were in there. But they're really here with the Nine of Coins. The Nine's the hermit's journey, and they're really focused on their worth in relationship to the outside world. So they're focused more, of course, on themselves, which maybe was the problem before, or the challenge before, was that they thought of themselves a lot. But they are thinking about the good times, and, this is the nostalgia memories kind of card, emotional memories. But for the most part here, with this justice card coming in here, there's like this wonderful, seeing things from a higher perspective, justice, which is balancing the scales. They're just trying to figure things out in their mind and in their life. So I feel like they're more so don't have specific grievances and different things. I feel like they're just in this journey of trying to figure it out for themselves, figuring out what happened, what can I do. It feels more review like, where they're looking to change things for the future and see, I don't want this to happen again. So they're kind of reviewing and seeing what they enjoyed, what they didn't like, how they can avoid not having things repeat that they didn't like, and have things repeat that they did like. And so they're kind of forward facing, not so much thinking and having specific emotions and thoughts about you, just more about how it impacted them, if that makes sense. Seven of Swords, you know, you were wise backing away. The Seven of Swords is the deceit card. Normally, it would be being aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that deceived you, that kept you from having things, that thieved things. But when we're asking about this, I just feel like it was wise, because I feel like they were not being truly honest. That there were some hidden things, and it was good. It was a good decision based on that. Their intentions now, yeah, their intentions here are to move forward. The Eight of Coins is about moving forward in their life, towards 10 of Coins, which is about abundance, overflowing in the outside world, still searching for, the partner and the kids and the huge home and money and blah blah blah, all this stuff they think is going to make them fulfilled on the outside world. That's their intention, is moving forward, like we had talked about. And but they're not going to be happy until they turn inward, anyway. So that's what is coming out there. Um, Five of Wands, was he genuine? The Five of Wands is conflicting energy sometimes, other times not. You know, that's the biggest thing, is that people have great intentions and they mean it at the time, but there's a difference between having great intentions and having ability to fulfill those intentions. So I feel like this is a good experience. I feel like you've learned a lot about yourself through it. Yeah, exactly. Um, so I like it. I like that you've learned a lot from it. You've learned a lot about yourself. It was definitely not a mistake. It happened on purpose for you, but you learned a lot, and now you're ready to move on, right? Um, Doing a review like they were, it's like, okay, what did I like? What didn't I like? What do I want to keep from happening? And why did I allow that to happen? And is this something, the mirror showing me how I feel about myself? How can I raise my vibration so I don't attract that again? So you can do that. But I definitely feel it was a good move for you. So that's what they have for you, Saba. So thank you so much for your donation. All right. So, Cheery, thank you so much for your additional donation. All right. And Ricky, I do see a Cash App came through, so you'll be on after that. So let's take a look here, Cherry. So, yeah, definitely they support you. They have all this stuff, right? So, you're funny. So, which one of your desires is hidden in your unconsciousness from your past? All right. Well, let's take a look here and see what they want you to do. And thank you for your additional donation there as well. Let's take a look here. All right. I don't know if it's so hidden here because you've got the marriage card here. You got the Ace of Wands, which is passionate energy around here. Four of Coins, home, solid foundation here. Um, and so it just feels like there's this um, energy here because you also have the 10 of Vessels, which is the 10 of Cups, which is, you know, love overflowing over here. So I feel like, I mean, all of that I don't think is hidden at all. But you have the World card, which is seeing it from a different way, an ending of old cycles and beginning of new. I feel like what is hidden in your unconscious is the type of individual that you want to be with. I feel like there's this connection that you're looking for, but I feel like it's different than what you currently perceive all of this to be: passion and emotion overflowing and marriage and, stable home and household and all this stuff. It's like there's a different type of life that hits all those things, but it has to do with, like, in this lifetime you've been really conditioned by family and society and movies and everything else. But there's this um, variety of different ways. There's so much uniqueness in it here that if you're like looking at it, this is what they're talking about with that. Be very clear about your intentions and realize if they're your intentions or if they're old intentions from other individuals, right? Um, Not being so zeroed in on that it has to be a certain type of person in a certain type of way, da 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 blah blah blah, right? Because we've got all the signs here, right? We've got what this is water, and that is I think this is all the fire, yeah, fire, earth, water. I mean, I'm sorry, air, and I think it's water. So you've got all four elements that are here. Uh-huh. You know, there's this or maybe that's the hidden thing is that you don't care about it, but you really and subconsciously you do. You do. So if you feel it doesn't matter, then that makes sense why it came up because it is subconscious and um and they want you to be specific about that as well. So but not too specific. When they're talking about intentions, it's more it's not the who and the how and the when, but the what, that comes in there. Yeah. Yeah. So definitely look into that. So that's the hidden thing that they're talking about. You're so funny. All righty. So let me just take a look here. I don't think that's a donation. No. All right. All right. So that is what they have for you, Cherry. All right. So, Ricky, thank you so much for your donation. You want to know, will you, John, and you hang out Saturday? All right. Let's take a look here. And anything else that you'd like to know about that? So, we have here, we've got the Page of Cups, which is the Apprentice of Vessels. And the world card is ending of old cycles and beginning of new ones. So I just put this in and this came back out here. We've got the Chariot card, which is the power of choice and victory and movement forward. And also, let me see if I can do this here. And the Strength card. So when I look at the combination of all these, I feel like it's like there's a possibility but it's not guaranteed. And it has to do with this power of choice card coming in. Because we've got this, endings and beginnings, this cycle, this change here. and the Page of Cups represents, new love, new emotion, new flow, new happiness. But it just feels like this World card is the one that's throwing the it can or it can't be, it can or it can't be. So they've got this the power to choose gratitude, what story we want, and the Strength card is connecting to your higher self as well. If they're a Leo, that might be also indicated here. Excuse me, but I feel like there's this possibilities that is going to happen here. It's not in stone yet. I feel like it's undecided, and they're about to unfold and see things here. But for some reason, this is making me think of Ghost, the movie with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. The pottery wheel and this thing. So I feel like it's leaning towards a yes there, but I feel like they're all bringing it into here that it's our power of whatever we focus on is what's going to grow and expand. And there's this huge possibility here. Um, it's all about your energies. So it's if you're focusing your energy on your fears of that, oh, we're not going to get together, or they don't want to, or this is what's going to happen, we're basically telling the universe, hey, I would really enjoy it if you would not have this happen and all that, because our fear, when we focus on it, we're the ones that fulfill it, make it happen. When we fear like someone is going to leave, leave our life or something, we repel it out of our life when um, we fear something will come in, we actually draw it in as well. So I feel like they're saying focus on gratitude, focus on the higher energy, uh, you know, uh, and raise the love vibration. And then that is what draws a higher vibrational experience to you. Because I feel like it's at this pivotal point here, this choice kind of thing, that this is a great opportunity for you to learn the power of, like, you can't force them to do anything that they don't want to do, but your energy will attract them or repel them based on what you're putting out, right? So I feel like that is, um, what they are saying about that here. Whoa, sorry. Yeah, I mean, if you ask them, will he actually do it? We've got the Four of Wands, which is joy, celebration, and the Apprentice of Coins, it's the Page of Pentacles. So there is this, new opportunities. So there definitely is a high probability that it would bring you joy and happiness here, and it would open up an opportunity here. So, oh, Buddha Buddha babies. Yeah. So I feel like there's this definitely a positive energy here. Um, and like you asked, if they ask, if you ask them, will he actually do it? This is very high probability here with the Four of Wands, because this is joy, celebration, gathering, type of energy. And then, of course, the Apprentice of Coins is new opportunity in the outside world. So I feel like it definitely would here. You have the Five of Vessels, which brings in the energy of the power of choice, the power of emotional choice coming in. So they are reiterating it has to do with the energy in which you ask and the energy which you approach it. If you approach it in fear, you push things away. If you fear oh, this isn't, they're not going to want to, you just feed it going, all right, I really would like it if they wouldn't want to come over. I really am looking forward to disappointment, right? But if you focus your energy on the other, then that is you know what just puts a big bright light around it. So I feel like it's a very positive outcome. Just a matter of just approach it with this love and gratitude and everything, and not the fear, right? Because the fear is like, hey, I don't know if you have time or whatever, or whatever, do you want to get together, that is this, or how people will say, I was really disappointed not seeing you, could I see you today? No manipulation, no poor me, none of the fear stuff, right? It's all joy going, "Hey, I hope you had a great time with your babies. Do you have any time, today or Saturday, right? Do you have any time tomorrow that we could hang out and do something?" And you know, um, and then there you go. So that is what they have. And thank you for your additional donation. I see that came through here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And many blessings to you. All right, Sherry, thank you for your additional donation. And let's take a look here. You're so funny. So, does staying emotionless lower our high vibration? You mean not fearing, but also not doing gratitude and loving? Every moment, we're putting out energy. We either are putting energy towards gratitude and towards this, and if not, then we are putting it towards fear. Because if we're not we're always putting our energy somewhere. We're never emotionless. Um, we might feel we're emotionless around a situation, but numbness is also fear because fear is fight, flight, or freeze. I usually don't mention freeze because I consider that like flight. When we're emotionless, if we when we think we're neutral, we're actually detached. That's part of the flight is stepping away and not having emotion around it, right? So let me see what cards come in here around that as well. Yeah. You're like, so keeper of coins, this is the Queen of Pentacles, which is about birth, mother nature, mother nurture, and the Six of Coins too. And the Six of Coins has to do with the giving and receiving, but it also is like if we're looking into um yeah, this is them saying we're either doing one or the other. We're either having energy of focusing on up or down. It's in one hand or the other. There's nothing like um hovering in between. It's either one or the other here. And when we feel we're emotionless around something, then there are some deeper type of things that we can look at, because that Six of Pentacles, as we talk about a lot of what our little child self that's down in there in that subconscious world, ruling over the subconscious world. What did they experience 7 years old and younger? And how does that influence our perception of things? Like if you're saying, "Oh, I don't care about, the spouse." Well, why is that? Why don't you care about who's going to be your partner? Do you feel, how were your parents' relationships? What was the relationships? Where are these emotional beliefs that you had when you were younger, and how they impacting you now, right? So, you can look at that and go, okay, why is that impacting me? And why do I have that belief or that numbness or lack of emotion around something? Because lack of emotion might mean that something is being contained and it doesn't want to be seen, right? Any abandonment, any being left behind, or anything about worthiness and lack. Maybe if your mom had several marriages and you're like, they're independable, or you saw a lot of people that weren't dependable, and you're just like, you can't depend upon your spouse. They're more of a liability than an asset, right? It's like um, you know, depending on experiences, right? So I feel like that's what they want you to know, Cheery. So hopefully that helps. But again, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate all your multiple donations. Alrighty, I think that is all of my donations currently. So we'll scooch back up here and return when we left off with Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes. So the June month for you, and of course, be sure to check out your June monthly for your zodiac sign that I put out a couple days ago. That'll give you some additional information as well. So I like this. We have the Six of Swords, which talks about a changing of thought and belief and mindset, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, kind of choppy waters to calmer waters. They're usually on a boat. And so there's this smooth movement of thought that's coming in that allows a lot of energy to come into your life in the month of June too. So there's some old fears, some old ways of thinking that you had been using energy to maintain and to, keep suppressed maybe or repressed or trying to live up to maybe some expectations because you feared, rejection or failure or losing a conditional love, and because you're have released yourself from those, that energy comes back to you too. This also represents messages from spirit coming in. So there can be this communication that comes in that you're getting a lot of messages just all over the place. Maybe you're seeing butterflies. Whatever it is, spirit is trying to get a hold of your attention and give you some important, beautiful messages about your life. So they can come in the outside world or drop in as thoughts out of nowhere, especially if you have a loved one who's passed. You're not thinking about him, and all of a sudden you're like, why am I thinking about that? It's because they always lick their finger, when they show me this. They're like, "Beep," and they're touching a memory to bring it back to let you know that they are around you and you're not alone. But your spiritual team is bringing you a lot of messages in June too. It'll be, like I said, physical, mental, emotional messages. You'll just get these flood of emotions, and you can get it through your other senses too. You might smell things, hear things, taste things, and you're just like, oh wow, and it's spirit communicating with you. So June is a big month for you, with that as well. So that's what's coming through, Blue Eyes. So many blessings to you. All righty. Absolutely, Cherry. All right. Happy Pill. You are up next. So blessings coming into your life. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know around your blessings here? Sorry, let me just make sure that my phone went off here. Just make sure it's not the hospital calling here. Okay. Nope. You're good. All right. Wow, you definitely have some blessings coming here. So you've got the Sun card, one of the most victorious cards in the deck here. So you definitely have abundance coming, and something that's been on your mind a lot too, because the Four of Swords represents peace of mind. So whatever if there was some fears, some stress that was going on here, there's fear relieved. There's peace of mind that comes in. Whatever area this was, these thoughts and beliefs that were these worries is what they keep bringing back. What were you worried about? Were there 3 worries or 3 people, or I just feel like there's 3 things that were hanging literally over your head, and there's a resolution that comes in for that. So they're like, just allow the light to shine, on the darkness, on these beliefs, on these fears. And, sometimes when we keep our fears in the dark, they seem so much bigger than they actually are. But when you bring them out into the light and actually say it or write it down or say it to yourself, you're like, what am I worried about? Like, oh, what if I lose my job? I'll get thrown out of my house, and um, people are going to hate me, and I'm going to end up homeless on the edge of town, and no one's going to give me any food. I'm going to die alone, and I'm going to get eaten by wolves. And as we say it out loud, in the beginning, it sounds like, oh, this could happen. But then the story gets really dark, and it gets really like fanciful in in a dark way. We're like, what are the chances of that? I could sleep on someone's couch. I could do this. What am I really afraid of? But a lot of awareness comes around this for you, which I feel is a blessing, because these worries, these fears that take up a lot of your mind space are being relieved here over the next few months. So I like it for you, Happy Pill, and that's what's coming through. So many, many blessings to you. All right, Magician, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much. Always victory. All right. And Oracles with inspiration for your book. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. I do want to go for inspiration to the Oracle of the Unicorns because they are full of imagination and inspiration. So let's take a look here and see. Okay, I want this one. And then I also feel a lantern oracle here too, which seem to be more serious. So there's this balance between them both here. Let's see what we got here. So we've got going with the flow. Sorry for the glare there. They're very shiny. There we go. Look at that beautiful horse. Another one behind him. And this says, find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. You haven't heard that before, right? It's like, all right. So this card indicates that a strong attachment to one particular outcome in a situation is locking you into struggle. You cannot fight the tides that are flowing against you. They are stronger than you, and your efforts will leave you exhausted. You simply cannot do any more from a physical or mental level. Let go and let the divine guide you through these currents instead of battling them by yourself. These unicorns urge you to find a way to relax into your flow and be open to receiving a positive new outcome, especially one that you haven't yet considered. Hand this situation over to the infinite intelligence and trust that an easier way forward will be revealed at the right time. Until then, instead of trying to force your way through, relax, float, surf, and play in the waves with these beautiful unicorns who understand how to dance with the ebb and flow of life. The moment you let go, you will open space for miracles and an even better outcome than the one you thought had to happen. Magic is possible when you surrender and flow. So I feel like it's time to get out and play, to relax and just get away from everything for a little bit here. Yeah. To get a new perspective, right? So 36 perspective. Do you have a lighthouse nearby can go visit? A calm and clear mind is free to see differently. What? Two different decks, kind of the same message, huh? Calm and clear, step away, right? Um, get to the right page here. Our emotions are all about perspective. This is why we often hear a lot of caution around our emotions' potential to lead us astray. Our thoughts and feelings inform our experience of a situation. Our attitude influences our predisposition to certain thoughts and feelings and often thwarts our capacity to perceive with a calm and clear mind. We cannot possibly have absolute objectivity or encompass all the different perspectives one situation can be seen from. However, when the distorting filter of our attitude or thoughts and emotions is removed, a broader spectrum of how things can be seen becomes available to us. Furthermore, when we open ourselves to perceiving a situation from others' points of view, we become available to having alternative experiences going forward. For example, we may have a negative attitude toward the gym and avoid it, while others hate to miss a day. However, instead of continuing to assume that we do not like the gym, should we try it out in curiosity of why others go? We might come to see it differently. We may even find that we love the way it makes us feel. What was our trash or aversion becomes our treasure or attraction. I like that. What was our trash or aversion becomes our treasure or attraction. Our life, weekly routine, strength, general health, and body would significantly change from this shift in perception. And let it be emphasized that only a shift in perception has occurred. The gym has not changed, only our attitude, our perception, our emotions, and our actions. Like we talk about, our thoughts, our, the stories we put to things, our emotions, and the energy we choose. That's the only thing that's changed, not the outside world. Consequently, so too has our reality, our body, and our life. For further clarity on how you might use this approach to see differently in overwhelming and less concrete situations, here is an increasingly metaphorical example. Let us say that you're afraid of drowning in water that you're unable to see it is at neck high level. Instead of splashing about in fear, you could question the fear to find ways of seeing your situation differently, or in this particular circumstance, more realistically. You might ask yourself, am I really in danger of drowning? Or is my fear of drowning clouding what I am seeing to be real with what I'm feeling to be real? How would I perceive this if I did not have such strong emotions around it? And is this as deep as I think? How would right now be for me if I was confident swimmer instead of someone who just knows how to swim? What if I stopped kicking my legs and pushed them down to see if my feet touch the floor? There is tremendous power in separating ourselves from the emotion and negative thinking toward whatever we are confronted with. Nothing is what it seems when heightened emotions and manic thoughts are involved. This is why we really do create our own reality. We just often unintentionally create it in ways that do not best serve us. Seeing from a state of calm and a clear mind opens us up to broader perspective, closer to that of our spirit self. Often, when a shift in our ability to perceive differently becomes available to us, we can identify a way out, an alternative, or a solution. So, in times of distress, try to remember to ask yourself, is it possible to see this another way, in a way that empowers me? You always have the power to seek new ways to perceive and feel about anything differently. And this key is always available to use when you feel trapped or overwhelmed. If you can see something differently, you can experience it differently. And the crone's message for this card, the only thing that can limit you is your perspective. So I like it for you. Definitely, both of the cards are about having a clear mind, opening up, stepping away from things. Um, and I feel like that'll allow you to see things from a different perspective. It's just get away from it all, so much pressure, so much stress, that, like it says, all the negativity that it takes us into. Sometimes just getting away from it all and choosing to have fun, you suddenly come back to with all these ideas. But when we have all the pressure on us, that's what, clogs it, right? So I like that. I like it for you. So that is what they have for you, always victory. So enjoy a day out. All right. You're welcome. Absolutely. No, Momo, yours has not been done yet. All right. Thank you for your additional donation. What was the purpose of the money in your account? Absolutely. I feel like it's to go have fun. Isn't that? There we go. Let's take a look here. That's what they told me. It's fun money. Let's take a look here. There we go. And I want to go back to the unicorns here. Mhm. All right. So we'll look at the tarot first here. So we have the 9 of wands, the 10 of coins, and the moon. And I like this. The moon is like Mother Luna, which is about, um, you it does have this, sorry, my phone was ringing, but it's not local, so it's not the hospital. So the moon card here, is the Mother Nature, not Mother Nature, but Mother Luna, which is also mothering, nurturing, taking care of you. So I like this because it's like the money in your account is for you to nurture yourself. And I like the 10 of coins, this abundance, this fulfillment, this opening of the outside world. And the 9 of wands is this movement. The 9 is the hermit's journey, the wands is, you know, um, stepping into your power too. Normally, there's like this block that's here, and it's about you stepping into your power and you choosing for you. All this inner pointing here. Let's see what the oh yeah, compassion. Look at that. Boo 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 boo. And it says, "Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others." So I feel like this was for you. The purpose of the money was to be compassionate. Um, no, it came out the moon, the 10 of pentacles, and then the 9 of wands. And the compassion says, "You are an old soul who has journeyed through many lifetimes and had many experiences. You learn more each time you incarnate, and in each life, you always do your best." That's important for you to know. In each lifetime, you always do your best. It's easy to look around and compare yourself with others and feel that you're not good enough or not as far ahead as you could be. Your life is not a race or a competition. It is a personal soul journey for you to take at your own pace and in your own way. So please be gentle with yourself. See yourself through the eyes of the divine as perfect, worthy, and know that you are loved unconditionally, no matter what you have ever said or done. Set yourself free from the prison of guilt, shame, and unworthiness you've locked yourself into by forgiving yourself. Be conscious of the critical voice in your head and replace its judgments with thoughts of love. This compassion will lift you into higher energies, lighter emotions, and a great capacity to receive. The same is true for others in your life. Be willing to release all of the resentment you carry and know that you only poison yourself by holding on to blame. Look for the light in everyone and know they are doing their best too. Let waves of divine compassion flow out from your heart to the world around you. Miracles happen when you live from this place of love and when you see the good in everyone and everything. And the waves really stood out for me in here too, which was all about the right the flow and go enjoy the waves. So I feel like the money there was to help you have compassion on yourself and to be gentle on yourself and to allow yourself to go with a flow, with that. So hopefully that makes sense with all of that. But at first it was funny because I heard the money's in there to go play, to allow you space to play, to get away from everything, to be gentle and not to be, all the horses are saying, not to be a workhorse, but be a unicorn, be an adventurer, and really have compassion. That Mother Luna energy, take care of you, allow yourself. Go get a pedicure or a massage or use it for a coffee or to, whatever will bring your allow your inner child out to play a little bit, because it feels like it's been very serious and a lot of work lately, right? So that is what's coming through, always victory. So many, many blessings. Hello? Hello? Inaudible? You guys can hear me still, right? Okay, I can see it moving there. Sorry, happy pill. You might have meant something else. It was like inaudible. What? What? Unspoken? Maybe you were talking about your reading. All right. So that was it for my donation. So, oh, thank you, Johanna, for letting me know. Make me feel better about that. You guys can hear me too. Okay. So, magician, you were up next for the next free reading, and you would like a message from your higher self. So let's take a look here. Yeah, it looks like a lot on the mind here. We've got the, Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords. I like this because the Four of Swords is peace of mind. You're really connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. You're really letting go of some expectations that have been, around, different things within your life that, whereas before, the Seven of Swords is telling me that there were thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that had stolen from your life, right? Kept you from being able to have and move forward in things, limiting beliefs. Um, but I love that they were, I feel like it's even this butterflies carrying these and they're cutting things away. And I like that you've been really questioning these beliefs that have cheated you out of things that are thieved things from your life. Because this is all about deceptive and thievery type of thoughts and beliefs, um, especially when we have two all these about swords. But I like that the Four of Swords comes in here because this is peace of mind and that you've been chopping away at these. And so your higher self is just encouraging you to continue to connect to the higher realms, to higher knowledge, because when you're doing that, you're cutting away more and more of these beliefs because you're seeing things from this higher perspective. The more you interact and see things from your higher self's viewpoint, the more these, you know, expectations, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the must have been fed all our life, the more clearly they become obsolete, but also we see how untrue they are, and we release ourselves from them. And there's a lot less fear, a lot less pressure. So I'd like that message for you, magician, and that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. I like it. Audible, audible. All right. So, healing vibes. You are up next here, and you're like, what blessings are coming to you in the month of June? Yeah, and be sure to check out your June monthly reading too, because there will be some messages there for you. You have the Crown of Wands, which is the King of Wands, and the Keeper of Vessels, which is the Queen of Cups. So you've got this divine masculine, divine feminine energy that's coming in here. I love the King of Wands because the blessing that's coming is you're really stepping into your power and you're really able to super focus and move forward in an area in your life. It's entrepreneur energy. It's like this fire in your belly that you are able to go forward, but you're also seen and people believe in you and they back you up too. So I feel like June is this wonderful where you feel like you're in almost in the spotlight, in a limelight in a way here. And with the keeper of vessels, this is intuition. It's like the high priestess. She rolls over cups, but all the queens are given a second portion of water. So she's able to really deep dive and open her heart, key to the heart. But she also has a great connection to spirit. So I feel a blessing that's coming in. And the King of Wands also here represents like your higher self energy. And the combination of these two really shows that in the month of June, you're really elevating and you're getting like this upgrade in your spiritual gifts. This connection is growing higher and clearer with spirit too. So definitely, I would, of course, consider that a blessing. But definitely two wonderful blessings that are coming in there for you. And that is what they have for you, Healing Vibes. So many, many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So, Divine Beauty, any learning in your current situation for you? Evidently so. Your two cards came flying out here. All right. Wow. There's this message here. I mean, these are normally not called defender and champion, but that energy is coming in so strong of that there's this that you don't they're showing me the damsel in distress on the railroad tracks. You ever know like there's an old cartoon which is the melodrama, which is the evil villain that has the big hat and the mustache that goes "Nyah, nyah, nyah," and the damsel in distress, help, help, and the villain ties her to road tracks, and here comes the train, and then the hero comes to save the day. Well, in this scenario, she's waiting and she's waiting and she's like, hello, she's waiting for her defender, her champion to arrive, and finally she's like, okay, that's enough, and she just tears off the ropes. She escapes herself and she realizes she is her own defender, she is her own champion. And I feel like that this learning that's coming in is that you have the power, that you don't need anyone to rescue you. You are so powerful. The defender here is actually the emperor, and the champion of wands is the king. I'm sorry, the knight of wands, fast moving, very powerful, seeking their empowerment. And I feel like that is what you're learning is how powerful you are, how much you hold within your own hand when you're holding your magic wand. Whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. So when you focus on your fears, those grow. When you focus on love and gratitude, all that stuff grows, right? And the emperor also very powerful, individual. They are the ones that make decisions for their lives, and even though they have a whole throne room full of people giving them their opinion on how they should rule the empire and their kingdom, at some point the emperor goes, all right, everyone, you can clear the throne room, I'm going to make the decision, I'm the ruler. And I feel like this is what you're learning in this current situation is how much power you hold over the choices in your life, and that life does not happen to you, that life happens for you, and that you get to choose what story you put to it with your mind, what emotion you choose as you go through something, and what energy and actions you put into it. No one forces you, no one can make you do anything you don't want to do, and that you are the one that is making the emotional, mental, and energetic choices. And I know in the beginning it's like, oh no, I am responsible for everything I felt. In the beginning, it made me a little angry, but it was fear. I'm like, oh, I failed. And creator's like, no, it's just experience. Now you realize the power you hold. And I'm like, you're right. And then I was very happy that I found that out. So that's what's coming in, Divine Beauty. So many blessings for you. That's what's coming through for you. All right. And Sawi Gaming 2023. You would like guidance for your second semester exam. Will you clean this semester? Um, start from June 22nd, or should you have to study more for this? All right, let's take a look here and see what advice Spirit has for you regarding. Okay, what else? So you do have here the crown of vessels is the king of cups. They roll over emotion, but they also get a second portion of air, which is the mind. And they are saying a little more studying, but it's balancing heart and mind, because the biggest thing is, the studying is important because it gets all the information into your brain. But if you go in with anxiety, you don't have access to the brain. So I like this balancing the heart, go in with free feeling. The Fool card is end of old cycles and beginning of new ones. Which it's funny, ending of the semester, beginning of a new semester. Freedom, there's this wonderful energy around it. So I feel everything goes fine. Just the big thing is to remain calm, because when you remain calm, when you're taking exams, then you do have access to your brilliant mind and to everything you've studied. It's all in your subconscious, it's all in your conscious brain. You have all this information. But if you're in fight or flight mode, all that access is shut down. It's like you're wanting, like your laptop has all your information, but the battery's dead. You're like, well, it's not going to be very helpful, is it? But if you stay calm and you breathe and you stay out of fight or flight, then you have access to all of that beautiful energy, and you'll do fine. So I like it for you. Just they said just a little more studying, but more focusing on balance and remaining calm. Breathing exercises. That's how you stay out of fight or flight mode. When you start to feel anxiety rise, you just take deep breaths and it just clears it out and it brings you back. Otherwise, it's your human adult mind is kicked out and it's a little 2-year-old and a cat taking the test, not your intelligent adult self. So you don't want a 2-year-old or a cat for that matter, right, taking your test. So learn some calming techniques and go in a place of calm, knowing you have a brilliant mind and access to all the information. Just have to stay calm, and I like it for you. All right, so that's what they have for you, Sawi. Many blessings to you. Right. And we are to Divine Feminine Chronicles. Hello, hello. So, a general, absolutely. And many blessings to you too. Thank you so much. I'm just going to take a quick sip of my coffee here. All right. Do not worry about the death card. Rebirth coming. And I like this because the Crown of Coins is the King of Pentacles, which, I mean, even you even have the skull there. Isn't that crazy? But this is about the Ace of Pentacles here is about you seeing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a completely new way, just a very empowering way. And this death and rebirth, I like it because you're letting go away old limiting thoughts about yourself, old ways of thinking, the possibilities that you have available in your life, which you've been limited by feelings of abandonment, feelings of being left behind, out in the cold. As we look back earlier in our lives and we're like, yeah, however, our little inner emotional child, that 7-year-old and younger, experienced abandonment and feeling left out of the crowd, not worthy. For me, being last picked, being one of the last ones picked, sometimes the last one picked for sports and stuff, because I was a little geeky, little bullied little child, if you can believe it. Now I'm 6'4". I'd go kick all their little kids' butts. But now, my inner child, I was able to stand up inward and embrace your inner child, right? But I feel like this is wonderful. There is this wonderful freedom that's coming, and so really looking into what are these feelings of abandonment and that of lack, and um, really looking to see how worthy you are of all these new opportunities that are able to come your way. So I like that for you, Divine Feminine Chronicles. That's what they have for you in this moment. All right, Momo, we are up. Hello, hello. I am doing very well today. And I hope you are doing well and can absolutely see what does Spirit wants you to know right now. All right, we are switching up cards to the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Sorry, that was probably loud. Apologies. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit wants you to know right now? All right. So right now there is this um changing, this uncaging of what dreams come true might sound like here. The Nine of Cups is wishing upon a star, emotional wish fulfillment. Woohoo! But the Eight of Swords, this is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have that dream kind of restricted and bound and limited. And so, what Spirit is saying here is that it's a really important time in your life now to really question what are your thoughts and beliefs around what does the dream come true look like? And is it really your dream or is it someone else's dream? The Eight of Cups tells me, I'm not an Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords tells me that it's other people, a lot of other people's imposed opinion on you about what your dream should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be, must be. And there's the clarity that's coming in because there's things that like, well, this is my dream. And if you ever are living for your dream and it's not your dream, you wake up in the morning going, "Oh crud, I gotta go live my dream today. How many times can I hit that snooze alarm?" When you're living your dream, you wake up before the alarm and you're just excited. You get going on the day because you have so much energy and excitement toward it. And so this is what they're having you look at regarding relationship, your life purpose, whatever it is. There's this challenging and looking at what is truly your capital T truth, higher heart dream come true, not the fear based one that we've been given from other people. So that is what is coming in for you, Momo. So many blessings to you. You're welcome, Divine Feminine. All right. And we are to Bella Bala, your future spouse's love language. All right. I like that. Let's take a look here. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles here is gifts, you know, because what are the five love languages, right? Touch, being told, spending time with, gifts of service, or being provided something. And the Seven of Pentacles, um, did I say time? I think I said time. The Seven of Pentacles is about fruit being offered. I also feel like one that's almost as equal is time, because this is also patience card. It takes time for the fruit to grow on the fruit tree, but they like the fruit, but they also like the time. So I feel like it's almost fitty-fitty between the two, 50-50, right? I feel like they enjoy gifts, but they also enjoy the time. So like an evening or a wonderful date with them, like date night with your spouse would be, I want to take you to dinner and then we can go for a walk on here and da 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 da. And you have little gifts that you give them along the way. They'd be like, "What?" Significant gifts. So I like that for you, Bella Bella. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings. What is your love language? Do you know? All right. So many blessings to you. All right, Anya Ahuya. Hello, hello. So, what will happen between you and him tomorrow? The third. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Well, we do have the full card, which is the beginning of like a new adventure, ending of old cycles, beginning of a new path. The Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief and mindset, kind of a freeing here of mindsets because the Fool card, one of the big things that comes up with it is that this path is one that's free of a lot of restrictions. It's almost like child like energy where it's adventure without a whole lot of rules around it. And so I feel like this is what is coming in because here's the Knight of Swords seeing things from a higher perspective. The knights are on a quest of seeing things from a higher perspective, a different perspective, cutting away the fears, the thoughts, and the beliefs that no longer serve, and moving forward on this adventure, free of a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and all that restrictive types of things. So it feels like an adventure that doesn't have any expectations and it's allowing this opening of communication and because the Knight of Swords can be also new communication, but it just feels like a new adventure, a new approach to interacting, but it just feels free instead of like so that's what I feel is coming in for you, Anya. So many blessings to you. All right, new love. You are up next. And you want to know, what does H think and feel about you? Let's take a look here. None of those. All right. Come on, come on. Okay, there it is. I knew there was another one. Oh, okay. So we've got they're definitely the emperor, is it's Aries energy, but they're a big thinker too, because it has a lot to do with making their own choice, standing up on their own, and making up their own mind around who you are. So I feel like they're knocking a bunch of advisors away. You know how an emperor is surrounded with a lot of advisors telling him all the blah blah blah, blah, and they're just like, shh, they're making up their own mind. The moon card here, very deep emotions that they are not even acknowledging yet. But they see you as this nurturing, Mother Moon is Mother Luna, nurturer, very emotional, not like, "Oh my gosh, she's so emotional," but they're like, you just have this emotional energy around you. So maybe you are a moon sign, maybe, or water sign, but you definitely have this energy that comes out, and they sense this mysticism around you, this connection you have to the higher world. And so I feel like they're making their mind up. They really are thinking, um, and there's emotions that are way deep, but they're getting to the point here where they will choose in their own timing again. And it's with this Aries energy, I feel like they will. It'll just like suddenly be like, oh my gosh, okay, hey, they're not going to be subtle. It's like they go from 0 to 100 miles an hour. So I feel like it's gonna come out of nowhere, but just know that they're making up their own mind, they're getting things in order in their head. They really wanna do this, but the emotions have been way below the surface, and they're bubbling up. But that's how they see you too, is, this very in tune, emotionally energetic individual. They're intrigued by it. I feel like maybe if they might be an air sign or something where they normally don't get to feel their emotions a whole lot. So just your ability to express the emotions within is just very comforting for him, like it's surrounded, by this nurturing energy. But it's also very intriguing. So I like that for you, new love. And that's what we have for you. So many blessings to you. And up next, for the next free reading, we do have Jennifer Simpson, but I do have a donation, so I shall return. Thank you so much, AH, for your donation and future outcome with your partner. All right, let's take a look here. You are very welcome, new love. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. I like that there's this release coming. We've got the Queen of Swords, who, of course, rules over the mind with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which allows them to balance heart and mind. So the future outcome here is there's this balancing out, which is great because the Ten of Wands represents a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of movement, a lot of energy being invested into the relationship, which balances out. The Ten of Wands, you can see how all of these flowers are burdened, and they're allowed to let all of that go and just pick the one flower, which is you to each other. And so there's all this stuff, all this, um, like, I don't want to say people, but it could be people, circumstances, situation, beliefs, all this stuff is like demanding energy and attention. And so that is what's being let go. Yeah, this is the where everything is being invested. The swords, the Nine of Swords, nightmare, insomnia card, all the expectations, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must. This is what sucks the life out of a relationship. And that's where all this energy was coming in here, is because we've had all these list of rules of who a partner is supposed to be, how you're supposed to be, how they're supposed to be, how the relationship is supposed to unfold, blah, blah, blah. But the queen here, the Queen of Swords, is able to cut away because she has the Ace of Swords, which allows to see things from a higher perspective. Obviously, they're seeing things from a higher perspective, but also can cut away the small T truths. So there's this balancing that comes in here. Yeah. Which allows here with the Page of Pentacles new opportunity and new birth that happens, and it allows abundance to overflow, in your world. And the Seven of Wands too is like this energy of being a bright light, on a hill on a dark night, and people see it and they're like, why do you get to be up there and we have to be down here? And why do you get to be so happy and we have to be so miserable? Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us, because people, end up being jealous of the type of relationship that you end up having with the release of these fears. And you instead are focusing on, gratitude for one another and not fear, right? And I love the a statement that I heard about misery loves company, but they said, but so does joy, and joy has much better parties. So the Seven of Wands is about you not needing to defend your wonderfulness that you're having with your partner, but you can help people lift them up if you so choose, but there's no requirement. So I like it for you. There is very, um, a wonderful, energy that's there, for you there. So that is what they have for you, AH. So thank you again for your donation. I do like that. It feels very solid, for the future there. All right. So Jennifer Simpson, you were the next free reading up, and you manifest a relocation this month? All right. Let's take a look here and see. I don't, you know, there's a possibility for it here. You have the Ace of Swords, which is about new ideas, new communication, seeing things differently, though, because the Six of Pentacles does talk about like energetic blocks because of of our feelings of worthiness. And this always comes up for me when it represents that there might be some over giving beliefs around, which comes into um, where we have lack in our life, where, like when we want stuff consciously, right? Well, I want this relocation, I want this stuff, I want love, I want abundance, I want to win Powerball, but it feels like it's kept away, right? And when it feels that way, there is this inner voice, and I never saw that before. Oh, how funny. You know, I didn't even see that there's this little person here that's controlling the output. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Come on. Come on, come on. But that represents your little child self. All right. Well, it's blurry because maybe you don't realize they're there. Okay, you can kind of see. There's just a little person there. But this is the one that holds the key to our force fields down in our subconscious that keeps things away, because it has this belief that it found out when it was being created. It's our emotional self, which is 7 years old and younger. They're the ones at the helm of the force fields, which they determined when they were younger that they someone important in their life, where it was mom or dad or grandparents or someone, we had to overgive so much to get so little back. And so this rate of exchange, it's like our worthiness to receive. This rate of exchange is there where we feel we have to give 1,000 love coins to deserve one love coin back, whether that's abundance or whatever. And that just we're like, well, that's the way it is. And so it's seeped down into the teapot, where um let's see the scales. We'll do it right here. So see the scales. It's out of balance inside the teapot here, and this little child self is the one that's controlling the output, the ability to receive into your cup. And so it's doing the little hatch marks counting, how many before we get to 1,000. Once you get to 1,000 coins given, then you get 1 coin back. So we have trouble manifesting things because this out of balance worthiness has our vibration not matching up to receive, right? It's bouncing all this stuff away. So the great news though is that it doesn't have to stay down there. We can consciously bring that up, question who this was that we needed to overgive to and go, and then we can see in our mind an edit button appear above the 1,000, allows us to go in there and delete those zeros to bring it down from 1,000 to 100 to 10 to 1 to 1. And a little save button appears. You click the save button, it goes in. That releases these force fields because the child self is like, it's balanced now, it's 1 for 1, and then there's this flood that comes in. So I feel like there's a possibility that you can manifest a relocation this month, but it takes going in there and bringing that up and um, processing and updating, uh, transforming that out of balanced, give and receive to equal. And then, but I also feel like there's some new ideas that come in too, because there's new opportunities that come in even beyond where you had before. So I do feel like it's a great possibility because you have all the ability to adjust that. So that is what is coming in for you, Jennifer. So many blessings to you. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. So the next free reading is going to be Julia, but I do have a donation coming in here. Let me just take a look here. Thank you so much, Anna. And let me see here. Did you ask your question already? If not, pop your question down there and I will prioritize that here. I don't think I see it. I don't see it here. There you go. I see it now. So thank you so much. So why are you seeing the number 57 on a daily basis? All right, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know around this number 57 here? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Sorry, I just need to check my text here. I am waiting on a response from the hospital. And nope, that's not them. All right. All right. So, yeah, yeah, and that's exactly what it is, of course, when you're seeing a repeating number, it is, of course, spirit, um, nudging to get our attention because they honor our free will, right? Before we come down here, there's all these fated events and all this stuff that we tell them, "This is what I want to experience while I'm here," and they're always working to have that happen, right? But they honor our free will and our power of choice, and they won't meddle outside of that until we ask. And if we ask of our own free will for guidance, for direction, for answers, just for communication and communion with them, we get it, which is great. Um, but a lot of us don't realize that we need to ask to open that up, either with our heart. I mean, they feel it from our heart. We don't have to like it has to be official or anything, but we just have to reach out to them for it. And when we don't, and they feel like we could really help them, let's just go. It's like them going. And you're like, what? That's what seeing the 57s everywhere is like them coughing to get our attention. Like, do you have something to say? All right, I'm listening, and so they're opening up here. And I feel like what they're wanting you to know here is because you have this significant ending and new beginning that's coming your way here, which is really, really good. And it is this something that's been happening here. It's been slowly unfolding. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of them all. And there's been this journey, been this waiting, slowly, like waiting for the grass to grow. And they're letting you know it's coming, the this new beginning, the ending of the old and the starting on this new beautiful trail, free of so many expectations and fears, is about to unfold, and they're like just giving you a heads up. Now they're showing me, like, if you've ever flown, when you're getting ready to start descending, or to reach the destination, ding ding ding, the little seatbelt sign comes on and everyone stay in your seats, and it's like that is starting to happen. They're having this indication that you're about to arrive at this new destination, you're about to start this new adventure. You have the King of Swords here, which in this particular deck, they have both queen, like a both a divine feminine, divine masculine king. And this is you standing up. You not only does the King of Swords rule over thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations and all the mind, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, which makes them the master of thought and belief and mindset. And it's important here for a couple reasons. One is that this new journey here is free of thought and belief and mindset and restriction from before. So you obviously have been focusing on seeing things from a different perspective and moving away fears. These things have been coming up that you've been working through and releasing beliefs around yourself, around situations, and those things. And that's what's happening here. And the other reason why it's important is because you have the Two of Swords coming up. So you're coming to a fork in a road, and they're showing me that with the fork in the road, with your previous fears, you'd have taken this route, the same old route, the same direction that you would have gone. But because of this influence, because of what you have looked at and gone through, during this waiting period here, this long wait, you've been focusing in and using that time to release things that now, when you come to the fork in the road, rather than take the old route and do what you've always done and get what you've always gotten, which is my great English, but you're closing your eyes and opening your heart, and you're taking a different route. And I like this for you because you definitely have the moon energy here, which is connection to the spirit world, connection to your emotions, to your intuition, allowing it to guide you. And you're ready to step into some unknown things as well, because of it. So I like the 57 coming up. There is this, it's this nudge preparing you for this new choice, this new fork in the road, and you're going to see that all the work that you've been doing on questioning your thoughts and beliefs and your fears and this wonderful inner work you've been doing. I feel like it feels like it's been forever, right? It's like it's been like a year. I've gone through all the seasons. I'm ready for springtime, for this new blooming, and here it comes. And I really like it for you. Just close your eyes and trust your heart and your gut instinct to guide you, and ask them. They are ready, with that moon, to connect to the higher realms, connect to them and ask them for guidance. If you're unsure of things, ask and they will bring you clarity too. So I feel like that's what's coming in here, Anna, and I really like it for you. So many, many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation, and enjoy this new adventure. Woohoo! Excellent. I'm excited for this new adventure. Yes, many blessings to you too. All righty. And I did get a donation here. All right. All right, Jennifer, thank you so much for your donation. All right, and you just want a yes or a no. All right, let's take a look here and see. Will they give us a yes or a no? They'll give us a maybe. Oh, no, no. I feel like this is a yes. You've got the strength card and the ace of pentacles, new opportunities, so new birth, new growth in the outside world, and the strength card, connection to your higher self. It's like this joining together. You have the strength to do whatever this is. So this is a yes. That's coming in here very much. Leo energy, fire energy too. Forward energy. So I feel like this is a yes. Thank goodness. I like you have all these memes around tarot about tarot, and pulling tarot, and someone's like, um, "I don't think that was for me. I think you need to pull again." It's like whenever we flip a coin, it's like, okay, heads I do this, tails I do this, and like, okay, best two out of three because we didn't get the answer we know we really want. So I like it that this is the answer that you really wanted to. They're showing me that in my brain. All right. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for your donation there. All right. That's all you wanted was just a yes or no question, right? All right. So, Julia, we are to you. All right. And so you want to see Aries, current energy. Oh, what is this? What is this? I'm just kidding. Mm, okay. Aries current energy here. They have a lot of heartache inside of them here. We got the 5 of Cups. Well, here's the 2 of Cups, which is about, relationship, romance, friendship, whatever. It can be any of that. But they had someone taken out of their life or situations that happened where they felt like life happened to them, and this is where they're at. They have the 2 flowers up here, which is the 2 of Cups, our power of choice, our power of decision, around what we want to feel. But they are really focused in on the lower vibrational energies. So they are really looking at, they're focused in on the heartbreak. They're focusing in on, and this is okay. The 5 of Cups is like I always call it my get out of jail free card, but it's the free to feel whatever emotion you want to feel card because it's why we come here to feel the lower vibration because in experiencing low vibration, we understand what high vibration is. If we are always at a high vibration all the time of that higher love vibration, we wouldn't know any difference, but we feel it, when we feel the lower, we're like, it's like heat and cold. We don't know what heat is until we've experienced cold. Then we know what cold is, but we also have a better understanding of heat, if that makes sense. So they're their energies. They just kind of feel like they're wallowing in the quagmire of their own despair, swimming around in the bog of emotion of the lower vibration, and it's okay. They can do it. There's nothing wrong with it. But when they're done, they know that there's a second choice. And they're going through this to learn their power of emotional choice, that every moment is a choice of unconditional love, higher vibration, or fear of losing conditional love or rejection or failure, whatever, which is lower vibration. Neither's right, neither's wrong. Some days you want a cold pool to jump into when it's hot out. Other times you want a hot tub to get into. And we come to experience both. So that's what's going on, Julia. So many blessings for you. All right. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you so much. All right. Lisa Sarkar, message for the upcoming full moon tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have to do something special tomorrow. We'll have to see what we'll whip up tomorrow for this Sagittarius full moon. Razzle dazzle. A great time for release. For sure. Let's take a look here. Well, you definitely are feeling here the passion of this full moon. Sagittarius energy, fire, fire, fire. So there's this new passion. You just have all this energy. You're like, what am I going to do with this? I got to do something with this. And you have the justice card too, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective. Cut away your fears. It's like this upcoming full moon is allow your desires, allow yourself to go out and adventure, allow yourself to step outside of your mind and all that supposed to and should and need to, and go enjoy, do something that you wouldn't have done before, that you maybe have feared in the past. There's this balancing out of see things from a higher perspective, set yourself free, and go on a beautiful adventure here. So I like it. I like this using that energy because Sagittarius full moon. Let me get my little cheat sheet here. Yeah, because Sagittarius is international travel. Hey, writing, editing, publishing, learning things, which is good, teaching. It's about spirituality, so you can definitely connect to higher spiritual knowledge too. You can really just take all of that energy and invest it into seeking higher knowledge too, if you want to do that. If you're an introvert like me, that sounds so much better than going out and get into crowds. Mine is more, you know, what I mean, I can, connect higher to spirit and get some deep knowledge, um, seeking truth. Yep, going on an adventure. It actually says it in my little cheat sheet here that I wrote out. So I like it. Legal matters, balancing out of legal matters, which we had the justice card too there. Move your body, spread your energy. Um, and I like it. So those are some of the energies that come in for that too, Lisa. So enjoy it, enjoy an adventure. And I like it. All right. All right, let me take a look here and let me see where we're at here. We're getting close to our 2 hour mark. All right. I know, Renee, right? Yes, and then soon, I'm sure she's already out of her procedure. They just have to keep her on her back for a couple of hours. They were doing like a spinal tap. And so they're checking pressures and different things, and so she has to stay flat on her back. I'm like, "Oh, joy, joy." All right. So let me continue down here. So we have Needy Sarvaya, and you wanna know how what will be your CS result? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know here. All right. I like it here. You've got the Chariot card, which is a victory card coming in here, and it also is movement here. There is this, energy that comes in with both of these together because this is the power of choice card, choice of what story you put to a situation, what emotion, what energy. But the Three of Wands is you changing direction. So I feel like your result is good, but I feel like you are changing directions in your life, um, as well here. I feel like that you're just ready to choose a slightly different path, which, because there's 3 different paths here, right? And it's like you're going and you're reaching a point where you're like, "Well, I could continue to go forward, or I could go this way or this way." And I feel like you're changing direction. I feel like it's good, it's victory, but I feel like you are ready to alter course in a way. So I like it for you. It's empowering, and I like the energy around it. It just feels very decisive. Like you're like, you know what? I definitely don't want that. I definitely don't want that anymore. I want to go. I want to do this. So I like it. I like it for you. So that's what's coming in. So many, many blessings to you. All right, Kevin Torebu Juan. You'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation that has come through here. So we will jump to that first. So I shall return. All right. And thank you so much. The email is working today again. Knock on wood, right? All right. Very good. All right. Kritika, it looks like you're still a few more away. So I'll get to that. I see that you asked a question, but there's still a few more people in front of you there. So we will come back to you there. All right. So, Renee, thank you so much. So, I am doing well. I always thank you for always asking that. So let's take a look here and see. Number one, so you're going to say, if will your cousin assist you in your adventure there? All right, let's take a look here. Okay, I understand, Kritika. I do go in order of the questions being asked, so I know. I'm sorry. All right. You know, when we're looking here, Renee, we got the 7 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. A lot of fire, a lot of stuff here, going on here, and it feels like the 7 of Wands is like being seen, and people like jealousy and a lot of fire, a lot of movement. But I feel like it's almost like I wanna they want me to do this, where it's like the horse jumps through this hoop, and then it hits this and it explodes. It's very dramatic. They're showing me this big drama. It's like they escape and they get on this horse and it runs and so I feel like it crashes and burns, and I don't trust the energy around it. I just feel like it's volatile, and that the help that's given, it ends up um like 5 steps backwards instead of forward. It's like 1 step forward, but then it's like 6 steps back and you end up being 5 steps backwards. So that's what I feel is coming through on that one. So I'd probably and then number 2. All right, yeah, for June and July, let's see here. And if you haven't checked out your June reading by individual zodiac sign, be sure to check that out too, because they go into really big detail this month. All right, so for June, here, yeah, look at this. So you got the King of Pentacles. So you have this abundance feeling. You have the Page of Swords, which is seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. You're cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and there's this movement, which I really like here, because it's like you're questioning what your wishes are, and you're seeing the abundance in a different way. You're seeing how you relate yourself to the world, and there's just a lot of it. Just feels you're standing literally on new knowledge and new awareness around who you are and what you want and what you're capable of, and you just the both of them are standing from a higher viewpoint, and so you're seeing things so much, clearly as you go through through June. So a lot of clarity coming in here. And then July, oh, boo-doo. So you've got the Page of Cups, which is higher love, new higher love, which we like. So July, things are expanding and growing in the heart area. And the Two of Wands too. You're really learning here in July of wherever you focus your attention, your energy is what grows and expands. So you're really seeing that here when you're focusing on gratitude for what is and what you do enjoy in your life, and focusing on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. It grows and it grows and it grows, right? And you're realizing when you focus on your fears that those things grow and those things come in. And so I feel like June, you're really learning a lot about your energy and your power, and July, you're really putting it um, to practice. It's like, if you ever been in like a science class where you learn stuff from the book, and then later that day or during the week you have a lab day, and you go into the lab where all the chemicals are at, and that's where you blow things up and practice stuff. And that's what I feel is coming in for you there. So very good, July. I like both of those. And then thank you for your additional donation there. And you want to know here also. Oh, okay. How did that individual view you at the event? Dun dun dun. Let's see how drunk they were. Just kidding. Your spirit guides are so funny. Oops, sorry if you heard my stomach growl there. I mean, and then I get this, they're like, "Hey, look at I just have 1 cup of wine. Woo!" So they viewed you as love overflowing and glowing here. And they have the 9 of cups here. This they were viewing you. They were just like, "Wow, you're glowing. You feel like your dreams are coming true." You just had this aura of like, "Ooh, yeah," coming off of you there. Um, and even the 7 of Pentacles, which normally is about, it takes time for things to ungrow. It takes time for, the fruit to grow on the fruit tree. It's like you're sitting high and pretty there. They're like, "Why are you how do you have fruit already?" It's like psh, coming in there. And they got the Chariot card, which is they see you as victory and movement, movement, movement. Yeah, I mean, this would be, "Get out of my way." But you definitely they see that you're standing. This is the power of choice card too, which, of course, whenever we ask about how did other people view us, it's so much about how they view themselves, because we are looking at each other through the eyes of you know, our own selves, through our filters, and we only recognize things in others that we recognize within ourselves, and we can't see things in others that we don't have within ourselves. So that always says a lot with that too. um yeah, yeah, and I feel like other people to be jealous that it's like, um you get an opportunity and, oh, you're so and so's cousin, oh, and why you get special treatment, right? So they just feel like you gotta get a shot that it's not fair, because just because you know somebody, even though in that business that's what it's all about, right? Oh, okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, but that's what's coming in there. um well, you know um that the whole, jealousy and the jumping through the hoop and it exploding, I kind of feel like, oh, do you mean the other person, the last question, or your cousin? Just wanna make sure we're talking about the same one, because I pictured your cousin, and I kind of feel like they would help you, but they wouldn't be like, "I'm gonna make sure it's good." They're just like, "Here's an opportunity." Okay, yeah. I feel like they throw you a crumb without caring whether it works out or not, and that's why it crashes and burns, because they just give you something that they're like, "Oh, you can have this. I'm not gonna eat it anyway," kinda thing, you know? I just feel like they it's not that they want you to fail, but they don't necessarily care whether you succeed in it or not. I feel like it's all about them right now. And they're just like, "Here, you can have that. Do with what you want." But they didn't make sure it's like something that would pan out. It's like almost dead end where it's like psh, psh, and then that's it kind of thing. Okay, cool. All righty. So again, thank you for your donations and good to see you. All right, so let me scroll back up here and see, where did we leave off here. So Kevin Tarabuan, any general advice for this month? Absolutely. And of course, be sure to check out your June monthly that just came out. They went into a lot of detail this month and I really liked them, even more than normal. You do have a lot of fire energy coming in here for this month of June. Excuse me. There's a great flow, though. I like the sixes and the fours, because four is stable energy. It's joy, it's celebration, could be wedding, party, that type of thing. Six of wands is being seen. It's victory too. So you got very positive energies coming in here. If you can go to a celebration of some sort, don't turn it down. It ends up bringing in victory and great flow and stability. So if you're like, should I go to that wedding or not? Or should I go to that party or not? Or whatever. Do it because it is benefits you here. So I like this advice. They're like, allow the flow of energy, allow this flowing, allow your fire to flow. And I just don't see any obstacles uh, here this month with where you're investing your energy. Just do a lot of yes, yes, yes. Not to the extreme of like that movie, The Yes Man or whatever, where they would say yes to everything to experience new things, but don't hold yourself back. Allow yourself to let the energy flow. Especially we have got all this huge Sagittarius energy tomorrow. We're going to be having a week at least of huge flooding energy of go go go, happy happy happy, joy joy joy. So I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, Kevin. So many blessings to you. All righty. And Bella Bala, I think you are up next here. Yes. All right. Okay. Okay. And I do see that you did have another one come through here. Thank you, Renee. I will do that one right next here. So, Bella, higher self message. Let's grab that here for you. All right. Wow, you have a lot of fire energy coming in too. This must be all that Sag energy. But you do, you have the 3 of Wands, which is you taking a different direction. And that it's not you being forced to, it's that you are just ready to change directions. And this is spirit supporting your higher self going, yes, it's not it's not a mirage. You have been getting this message that it is time to change directions and take an off ramp. And it's good. It's victorious where you head. So don't fear that here. Definitely, it's good. A good movement, a good change, a good, a different direction to go on. And it might happen fast here with the hummingbird, but I like it. It feels very much like there's this change of direction on what you're doing with your life because it's like the hummingbird is seeking the nectar. And I like that. It's like it's seeking something that's sweet for itself rather than boring, right? And so I feel like there's this change of with all this wands to passion, energy, wanting to go a different direction. And like I said, it is 100% supported by spirit. So in your higher self. So definitely don't be afraid. It will work out. So I like it. So many blessings to you. All right. So Preet, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation, so I shall return. Thank you so much, Renee. Ah, okay. Yeah, let's take a look here and see here about your cousin here. All right. What are her energies? And all right. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Wheel of Fortune, first of all, definitely it's for you to reconnect in general, not, like, "Hey, um, you know, um, uh, can you hook me up?" It, it's 6 of Cups, which is nostalgia, childlike memories, growing up together, kind of thing, so that it's good energy, it's about catching up and reconnecting, right, with someone from your past, and I like this, this means the 2 of you got the 2 of Cups and the Lover's card, both of these have to do with significant friendships or, love and all that. I know that's not what this is, but this is like this, um, strong connection. I feel like this would end up being a great, you know, um, a great friendship to have going forward. I just feel like definitely not about the job. It's all about just, getting just wanting to reconnect, and, I feel like they do. I feel like there's this closeness that can come from here, and I love the connection that you guys have. I even feel like maybe, um, if you feel like you have past life connections, it is. That's a confirmation with that 6 of cups. Not only is it about, you know, that you've known them before in this lifetime, but that you've known each other in past lifetimes too. That's why there's this bond that I feel like just clicks back into place, very quickly. So I like it for you. So very positive cards. Definitely 2 thumbs up. All right. And again, thank you for your additional donation. I like it. I appreciate it. I mean, I was looking at at the question. I go, I like this um reconnection. All right. So that is what they have for you. Thank you again. All right, Guppreet Kaur, you want to know what's the future? Okay, between Surinderjeet, they're probably murdering their name, so I'm not even going to try with S in you. So let's take a look here and see what's the future there. All right, see what we got here. Oh, it does look very positive here. We've got the Nine of Cups, which is like emotional wish fulfillment, and the Seven of Wands, which is this place of being bright on a hill, and that people could be jealous of it too. So some people may not like it. I feel like there is this very strong possibility of a coming together and having emotional joy with them, um, based on current energies. When we're talking about the future, things can change depending on our energy and theirs. But just be aware that some people wouldn't like it. They're like, "Ugh, why do you get to have that and I don't?" So they must have this attractive energy where people are drawn to them, where, there's like battles over, I want to be with them. No, I want to be with them, type of stuff. Um, but I feel there's positive energy towards that. And that there is this possibility of this fulfillment, but other people don't necessarily appreciate it like you do. So that is what is coming in. So many blessings to you. Oh, your phone died. No. All right. So double, triple, quadruple X, you're up next. So you want to ask what? Uh, can S Spirit, what's MT calling? All right. So I think you maybe are like, what are they? Why are they calling? Maybe. So we've got the Two of Wands and the Three of Pentacles here. And I feel like they're calling here. We've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about someone being true to their authentic selves. And the Two of Wands is like looking back and forth between two worlds. So I feel like they're trying to choose what they want, but I feel like they're comparing worlds. They're just seeing possibilities. So it's interesting. It's like they're calling here just to see what could be, what could unfold, um, and it's like they're checking options. It just feels it almost feels transactional to to a state of some kind. I don't feel like it's like these deep feelings and stuff. I just feel like they're like, well, let me just check into this. It's like I don't know why they're showing me cars. Like I have multiple cars that I can choose from. Let me just do some research on these and see which ones that I want, type of thing. Sorry, I just need to check my phone here. Because I am waiting on a call from the hospital and just making sure that that wasn't from them, but it wasn't. Phone's blowing up today. All right. So I feel like that's what it's kind of interesting, double, triple, quadruple X. It just feels very, what are you on a mining mission? You're searching, you're What is all this about? I'm not an option. Get away. I am a choice, not an option. And this is the kind of energy I feel. So hopefully that makes sense. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Shirley. All right, Alice. You are up next here. All right, very good. All right, so I was just reading that there. All right, Alice. So, how will Tarouche respond if you contact him to tell him you miss him? All right, let's take a look here. All right, I'm just gonna get a clarifier for my sake here. Hmm. Yeah, the moon card here for me says there's a lot of unseen things that I'm not too keen about. This energy, the first thing of the King of Wands is very, very fiery energy, very passionate. I don't know if I can use the word. They're very physically, passionately activated already with um, a lot of individuals. I'm trying to say it in a nice way. Ace of Swords, this is like new communication, new thought, but the moon card for me, with all of this, it feels like there's a lot of new stuff going on in their life and their magic wand here. They're just so fired up and so active with their passions. I just feel like there's something underneath this. There's a lot of unseen things here, and I feel like how, they would respond is they'd be like, "Hey, yeah," but it wouldn't be like like, "I wanna get back together." It would be more of a hookup, type of thing, because there's a lot going on under the surface here. Lot of unseen things under the dark, surface of the lake that I'm like, I wouldn't go in there if I were you." That's the kind of energy that's coming in. Um, and right now it's 2:22, and now it hit 22 right now. It's just like all these twos, two. He's all these options. He's all these options, and you don't want to be an option. Um, so I would consider not doing that because um, I just feel like there's just a lot of stuff going on, which you do not want to be a part of, is what I feel. So that's what's coming through, Alice. I would release those feelings and go, you know what? Yeah, I'm ready to let you go. All right. So that's what's coming through there, Alice. So hang in there. All right. All right. And then, sorry, I lost my place here. All right. So, Kritika, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. I am doing good. I hope you're doing well. And you want to know, has your crush Arnav started to like you, and will he communicate during the week? All right, let's take a look here and see what is going on here. There is this new adventure energy, but there's no expectations. Adventure. So I feel like there's this draw, like they'd like to get to know you, but there's no intentions or expectations around it, you know, other than the magician card. Magician card is divine masculine, fiery type energy, which you understand being an Aries, right? But there's this um, you know, passion there, this magic that's there, but no commitment, no expectations, no. true direct intentions. I feel like they are just wanting more interaction and getting, like adventure, if that makes sense. Not so much like a relationship. There's like this adventure feeling around it here. There is the 6 of Cups, which 6 of Cups feels like there's this past life connection here with the 6 of Cups, and that there is this, um they feel it, and you probably feel it too, right? Where you like, "I feel like I know him from somewhere," not just like because 'cause you've known him and you've had a crush on him. I feel like this crush and, um is left over from a past lifetime, like the extra, "Why do I have this overwhelming feeling," right? Why do I feel like I'm attracted, and why am I so attracted to them? It's because it's in your subconscious where our past lives are stored. There's some connection that was there. Now, I don't feel like they I just don't feel like they are as self-aware as you are in this lifetime yet. So I feel like they just know that they have this, "I just wanna go on an adventure with you," but they don't understand what they want, how they want, blah, blah, blah. They have this attraction, but, they don't know why, and I don't feel like they're not as, connected to their emotions as you are, so they're not recognizing that yet. That spark hasn't, like, they're just like, "Hey, I'd like to hang out with you." They don't know why. Their subconscious is like, "Yeah, I wanna hang out with you," but they don't know why in their conscious mind. So just be aware of that as you're going forward there, and hopefully that makes sense. All right. So that is what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings to you. Yeah, that's why you're like, "Oh, oh." Yeah. So it has to do with past life connection. Um, so that'd be interesting. You can always do a past life reading, and find out, who were we? Where is this significant relationship you had in a past life, right? And we do past life readings. So if you want one done, you can check out my website. It's just a regular reading, but you can just ask for a past life reading, and that's what we focus on instead. Or if you win one, we have 7 giveaways coming up here on Monday. So be sure to check out the giveaway video, and so in case you want that. All right, so that's what they have for you, Kritika. So let me take a look here. Okay, so we're to take care of those, and I think we are to doll face diva there. You're so funny, Kritika. All right. Doll face diva. There you are. General for the weekend. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about the weekend? All right. I do see here. Looks like that you are taking a different direction. The 2 of Cups, I don't feel as like romance. I feel it's like friendship. And there's something happening this weekend where you thought you were going to get together, or even um, you're kind of seeing that. And it's like someone, I don't want to say it flakes out on you, but it's almost like I feel like that's the word you'd use, is they're flaking out on me again. It's like someone who makes plans with you and always drops out, makes plans, and you feel like, you know what? Why are you making plans with me? I block the time to go do stuff with you or whatever, but they are ones that always, like, you're the one that's putting in all the effort. You're the one that gets canceled on. You're like, eh. And I feel like you're ready to go a different direction. I feel like you're leaving this behind. Like, you're just like, you know what? That's all right. I'm just gonna stop. You're cutting them out of the picture. And you're like, I'm just going to enjoy me, and I'm gonna open that space for someone else in my life that does it. I don't necessarily feel like it's romantic though. Could be, but I don't feel like it is. I feel it's more friend that keeps doing that. Now you might have more interest in whoever it is, but I just feel like you're ready, and it's great because it's free, and it just frees some time. It just lightens you up, and it, like, leaves a vacancy in your life for someone who's more equal in giving. I mean, they almost look like sisters. I already put the card back, but it's the card that's on here. I mean, it's like, yeah, two peas in a pod. Someone who you deserve to have in your life, someone that will give you what you give as far as friendship, right? And it's amazing, and I like it. So that's what's coming through, Dollface Diva, for you. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list, and we are to Alex. And you like a general reading? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So, what does Spirit want you to know? Wow. There's three of wands. There must be a change of direction energy coming in here because you have the two of wands. I feel like you've been looking at some different alternatives in your life and different directions, like you're at a crossroads, but I feel like you're ready to make a decision and you do head off on a new decision here. So if you don't know, well, I feel like whatever fork in the road is, you know it, and it's like just do it. You don't need to wait anymore. It's okay to make the decision. There's no wrong decision. You get to make the decision for you, and so you can change that direction. You don't have to worry about it. Don't judge yourself or beat yourself up. People change their minds all the time, and we've experienced what we wanted to experience, and now you're ready to take an off ramp and go a different direction. It's just one of the many streets you've taken, many of the roads you've been down to be able to go and know what direction that you do want to go in and where you want to head. So that's what's coming through right now, Alex. So I like it. Just do it. Just do it. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. So we took care of that. We took care of that. I think we're to you, Dijona. All right. Yeah, Dijona. So you'd like whatever Spirit wants you to know right now. What else? All right. Wow. Well, these are the cards that most people would like to see. Victory, Wheel of Fortune, sun, brightness, wonderful things unfolding here. So I feel like this is like a hope card that Spirit is just letting you know, don't give up hope. Things are turning, things are churning. You've got this abundance, this victory, bright light coming into your life. You have this ending, a new beginning that is coming up that is for you, where even you're human feels like it is for you because it's the for tune, right? It's the tune of for you. So your human side, I mean, everything always unfolds for us. Just sometimes it's hard for our human to recognize why would that be for me? Maybe later in life, we're back on the other side. Of course, always we go, oh, that's why. But I feel like there is this beautiful unfolding where even your human feels like it is. So very, very um positive. If you were looking for um like a yes or no type of approach, it's absolutely yes, because it's a victory, it's bright. So I like that for you, and that is what they have for you, Dijona. So many blessings to you. All righty, so we took care of those. Okay, looks like you retracted your questions. I don't know what that is, so we will skip past that. All right, Shirley. Hello, hello. And I already lost my place. There we go. So you want to know if you ask the veterinarian, for Serenity to help him out once a week to work off her bill, how she would respond? Or what advice do I have towards this? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit has here. I don't I don't think that it'll I know. I don't think it'll go well. That's not what this is. It just feels like, that's not something that um I think that they will um have a whole lot to offer, it definitely never hurts to ask, "Hey, I was just wondering, is there any is there anything that you need that I can do to help work off a bill in any way?" And just don't expect a whole lot from it is what I have from here. But the advice here, we do have the King of Swords here, which of course is the ruler over ideas and thought and belief and mindset. So there are other options, other things to come in here. And they like the way you're thinking. The spirit is basically saying, "Yeah, I get it. I see. Think outside the box, think of different ways, and just open your mind." I just feel like there is this uh, different creative ways to do that. And I don't know if you have an air sign in your life because the King of Swords would be like air sign, huge air sign. Um, but definitely, I feel like it's thinking outside the box. Allow yourself, step back, breathe, connect higher, and ask spirit, can you show me some ways? Bring them to me because they want to be interactive. They want to you to reach out and ask them for signs, synchronicities, and different ways to approach it. So I like that. It doesn't hurt. I feel like they're saying communicate because that's the master of communication. So I feel like it's important for you to reach out to her to just say, I'm sorry, him, to say, hey, how, is this possible at all? Do you have anything? And I feel like asking them too. Or do you have any leads on any extra like temporary work or anything? And they're like, you know what? Especially being a veterinarian, they probably interact with a lot of people and they might be like, so and so is looking for someone. Da 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 da. So I feel like it may not work out the way you think, but I feel like one, letting them know they might be like, you know what? Um, we can work out a payment plan and I think it'll help like with the bill. But I feel like they will also give you some ideas or spirit will bring in synchronicities of people that will have ideas and different little temporary things, not nothing that's committed to where you're like, oh my god, I'm working 5 jobs, full time, but it's like little things that they can do, and starts getting out there. Even house sitting, pet sitting, helping someone. It'll be things, and I feel like it opens up too. Spirit is just showing that the communication and stepping out, it starts where people are like, "Yeah, you can help," and then while you're helping, they're like, "What do you do?" And you tell them, they're like, "Oh, I have a niece that would love to learn to ride," or, "Oh, I did it," it starts by word of mouth and communication starts expanding. So I'm very positive about it. Just that they're saying, but just don't look at it as that. I don't feel like they will have anything to do that, but they might know of other people as well. So that's what's coming in, Shirley. I like it. I like where your mind is at. That's what Spirit's saying. Always like where your mind is at, but Spirit really likes where your mind is at. So that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. And where did I leave off? Here we go. So, Empress Beauty, you are up next. So, a general read for you there. Excuse me. All right. All right. So, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which the Seven of Pentacles has to do with, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and things are going slow on purpose, for a purpose, for you to really see things from a different perspective and you know, uh, see other people with a clearer perspective, which is what's really coming in here. Because I feel like there's two individuals in your life here. We got the King of Wands, which would be a fire sign, of course, someone very fiery, very go get 'em, very passionate. And then you have the King of Swords, which is someone, an air sign who's very intellectual that doesn't. It's almost like, I mean, literally, opposites, right? The fire. They're showing me. I don't know if you ever saw the old Christmas. It's like an old one where they had Mother Nature was involved with Santa Claus, and there was this agreement where the it was the Heat Miser and Mr. Frost. They got to switch, and that's what it reminds me of. The Heat Miser and Mr. Frost, and it's like, shh. But they I feel like you're learning a lot about these two individuals, and things are unfolding. And I feel like the general reading is just to be aware of these two individuals. Just don't rush things. Allow yourself, because I feel like grab your popcorn because the movie's beginning, and you're like standing up there and you're able to watch and see and learn more about it all. So this what I feel is coming in right now for that is this awareness that trust the timing. Of course, whenever we have a patience card, work on your own self-love, raising your love vibration higher and higher, but it's allowing you to see some of the lower vibrations that are bouncing around within them, and you're seeing things from a different perspective than you had before. And I don't feel like you're going to end up choosing either one if these are the two that you're choosing for love. I feel like you're um, learning more about yourself, and you're releasing yourself from these interests, if that makes sense. So hopefully that resonates for you, Empress Beauty, but that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. So, Luminous, you'll be buying next free reading, but I do have a donation coming in. So, Nuza, thank you so much for your donations. So, we'll do a work reading here for June. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. And then also be sure to check out your June monthly reading too, because we do talk about the physical world and some things in there too. So, let's take a look here. Oh, yeah. Feel like here you've got the two of swords came out first here for me, which is kind of standing at a crossroads and like looking at making a decision to go. It's like you're at a crossroads, right? One, you have like the ace of swords talking about new thought, new belief, new mindset, clearing away, seeing things from a higher perspective, but clearing things away. And the two of swords can also be close your eyes and open your heart to something. That four of wands is joy, celebration. And I feel like in June, you have just this opportunity to really reflect on what is it that you want to do with your life, and what fears are keeping you back from moving forward into doing something. Is it fear of money? Is it fear of prestige? Is it fear of not having enough? Or what is it? Because there's this like regarding your work, it's like you're becoming dissatisfied, and that things start happening at work to because this birdhouse is reminding me of the eagle's nest, where the eagle's nest, they build these craggly nests with all these and they make it comfortable for the egg and the eaglet. But when it's time for the eaglet to learn to fly, it doesn't want to because it's so comfy and comfortable where they're at. Well, the parents start ripping out all the comfortable stuff to make them want to fly instead of staying in that craggly, uncomfortable, cold nest. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening in your work life right now, that there's this opportunity that's coming up, and you're losing more and more interest in where you're at. Is falling away, and your higher self and spirit is encouraging you to really look into your heart. Close your eyes and open your heart. Get out of your mind, um, your human mind, right? All these expectations of supposed to, should to, need to, have to, must. And that ace of swords is about cutting away these fears, all this limiting beliefs and mindsets, and really look at what would you want to do with your life, and start looking at how you can do that, because you do have this ability, definitely have this ability to do so. So I like that for you for your work for June. it's exciting. I feel like you're just like, ugh, they're reminding me of like before I left my corporate life because I was in it for like 25 years at one company. And I was like, if I have to do one more, like I was in auto insurance, if I have to look at one more policy, I'm going to poke my eye out. And I knew it was time. All right. So that's what's coming through for that. And then how and when will you meet a new love? Let's take a look here and see what spirit has for that here. All right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, ooh, ho, ho. Well, well, well. Just kidding. Wow. I love this for you. Um, so you have the high priestess here, and this is all about stepping back into your high priestess temple, you know, right? You just got promoted and you're like, uh, I thought this was gonna make it feel better, but it doesn't, right? I understand that for sure. Yeah, definitely supported for sure for the move. All right. So the how that you'll meet them, the high priestess is someone who steps back, goes on this like retreat into her high priestess temple. Spirituality. I almost feel like it's a spiritual type of um I don't say a retreat necessarily, but I do feel like there's this maybe like a vacation, maybe like this step away. I just feel like you meet them when you're stepping away from things. And I like it. It's just like you're either going up onto a mountain. It's something where you're doing something for you because the high priestess, she's stepping away, looking into her. But I feel like when you're doing this, maybe it's a cruise. You're going to go on a cruise, but I feel. I mean, you definitely do meet a new love here because that's why I was like, oh. And then you got the Ten of Pentacles too, which is all about the coming together. It's someone that you do start a family and, a dog and, there's children and there's a home and there's this history with the rings of the tree. So there is this that's coming in here. And the King of Wands here there's two things. One, it's fire energy, it's movement, it's taking action in your life like an entrepreneur. And so I feel like it's the when is when you take action, when you start this movement in your life, when you really start to, um, shake things up and follow your heart and follow your passions, which I really like there too. So this can be, excuse me, the combination of these two together is when you're doing something that you love and that you enjoy. So that looks a little creepy. Are you stalking someone? No, but there's like you're doing something that you love and a passion that you're doing because you're stepping away doing something for yourself. But I feel it's in doing something for yourself is when you meet them. And yeah, the Six of Swords. Here's that movement again. Old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So I feel like the when is when you make this move. That's where you meet them. Oh, maybe it's this new workplace. You open yourself up to new possibilities with a movement and work. That makes sense with the swords with that movement, especially when you just said you're thinking to move. So when you move this location, that's when and that's how. But I feel like uh, it's it's like you see them at work, but it's you doing something you love. Like they are probably always going to show me pottery because that's something in the back of my mind always wanted to get back to from when I was young. I like in elementary school, I was like I always wanted to get back to using a potter's wheel and all that. But that's why they show me when it's doing something you love and you bump into them, they're also doing that. And then you see them at work or you talk about, what do you do? And I work at so and so. And you're like, oh my God, yeah, I think I did see you there. And it's like, that's how it happens. So I love this for you, Nusa. So definitely another reason to move. If you needed one, now you're just like, oh, so this opens things up. So I like it for you. And that's what they have. So I like it, and many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donations. I greatly appreciate that. I know, absolutely, right? Definitely. I'm giving my 2 weeks notice right now. I'm just kidding. Not that fast. You don't have to move that fast. All right. So many blessings. All right. Luminous, you are up next. So you can ask a question. I don't see that you did yet anyway. So I'll continue scrolling down. If I don't see it down below, I'll try to remember just to pull a general reading for you. But you definitely can ask a question. And so Johanna uh, Ryerson, I'm probably mispronouncing that. So you'd like to get one oracle card for your situation. You're feeling a lack of perspective and clarity lately. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. Let's see, where do we want to go? I feel like we're going to the chakra reading cards for you. Let me just take a sip here. All right, so let's take a look here. Perspective and clarity. What would you like Miss Johanna to know, please? Okay. They said they'll make it very obvious. Patience is what it is. No, here it is. Oh, look at play in the heart chakra. I love it. See if I can have it be a little clear. There they are. I absolutely love dolphins. They have such amazing, beautiful energy. So you've pulled this card today as a reminder to bring more play into your world. Life may have been getting you down of late, and the worry of your day to day commitments may be causing you a mountain of stress. One of the most powerful ways to release the tension and worries of the world is to take some time to play and feel joy. Life can become so intense and serious, and we forget to play, which is the fundamental expression of joy of the soul. It is now time to connect with this joyful aspect of you and embrace the essence of play. When was the last time you played? You may like to take your dog to the park, go to the beach, play a game of sport with friends, whatever it is that allows you to give the gift of play to yourself. It is very important for your growth at this time to allow the energy of play to cleanse mind, body, and spirit. It is a natural state to play and have fun. Playfulness is a powerful medicine for the soul and brings about a deep release, healing stale energies and worries. Play brings about a deep connection to the joy of the cosmos. So bring more play into your life today so you can feel the joy of the cosmos flowing through your soul and into your world. And the affirmation for the card is I play joyfully in the magic of the universe and I am free to be me. I like it. So I feel like this connection to play allows you to get your perspective back and clarity, because when we feel so bogged down, when we feel so much um misclarity and chaos, or we feel confused and life just feels so full, it's because we've kind of went over into the seriousness of fear and all the supposed to be's and the should be's and the need to be's, and they can just bog us down, and we're taking on other people's energies and taking on other people's um, you know situations, and we just realize I just it's we've gone to lower vibrational energy, and it's hard to have perspective when we're down underneath here, in the grass. But it's the and we don't have that clarity. But when we joy is our natural state, and the more we play, the more we have joy and focus on that, we raise our love vibration, our joy vibration, and we see things from a different perspective. and more clearly as well. So you get to go play. So it's time in all this Sagittarius energy tomorrow. Full moon Sag is fun, fun, fun. Let's go. So enjoy it. That's what they have for you, Johanna. So many, many blessings to you. All righty. All right, everybody. I'm getting close to 3 hours here, so I'm going to try to finish as many as I can. And any moment, I feel like I'm going to be getting a phone call from the hospital to say that she is going to be being ready for release here soon. So, yay. So, Marie Jones, you're up next. So, a career reading for you for June, and be sure to check out your June monthly. I know I sound like a broken record, but if someone's watching all of these, but not everyone watches everyone else's. So I just like to make sure to mention them. That I did put out the June monthly for each individual zodiac sign a couple days ago. So make sure to check out the playlists, and they went into extra detail this month. So be sure to check it. So career reading here. Well, we like this. We've got the Four of Swords, which is the peace of mind, and the Magician card. Action, action, movement, movement. New beginnings with the number one magician here, too. So wherever you invest your energy grows and expands here. And I like this. The Four of Swords is about cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve. Cutting away the supposed to, the should, the have to be, the must be. Really look at things from a higher perspective, and it allows you to cut away some fears, allows things to flow more, and for you to take steps and actions at work, in your career, where you had felt you were held back before. So it is a important time here in the month of June to just really relax here, but um, look at what is holding you back from doing what you really want to do. Because this magician card is, you've got everything you need within you to make your dreams come true. You've got your magic wand. So it's time to just look at and go, what is holding me back? I know with me, it's funny, my spirit guides, of course, are hilarious. And it was like when COVID hit, I had reached a point where I'm like, why am I not living my dream? What am I waiting for to live my dream, to die? And I'm like, oh yeah, you make a good point. Let me go live my dream. And so I feel like this is the kind of energy that your guides are bringing in as well. So that's what they have for you, Marie. So many blessings to you. And Anshul Kapoor, hello, hello. So you want to know A's current feelings and his next action. So let's take a look here and see. Actually, I want to switch out cards here. We're going back to the transient light tarot. All right. Hmm. They are not a whole lot of feeling. They're a lot in their head here. We got swords. The devil card, too, is also a lot of thinking and beliefs and mindsets. They have this champion, which is the knight, and they're trying to see things from a different perspective. I feel like their whole life is just being rattled and shaken, which is what the devil card does. It's Saturn energy, which really challenges our core thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about ourselves, about others, about the world, relationships, just life, everything in it. It just like shakes it and rattles it. And it's like they're trying to get their bearing. They're trying to see things from a new place, and they're cutting away and questioning. And it kind of feels like they're just everything's on hold. Motions are on hold, actions are on hold, and they're just trying to discover who they are. I don't know if they're in their Saturn return or midlife crisis, but it feels like they're just questioning, why am I here? What do I want? Who do I want? I don't know. They're just really realizing and looking at their life. So I feel like they're very, very in this place of indecision in their life. So that's what's coming through, Anshul. I know what is going on. They're in their head, very much in their head, right? All right. So many blessings to you. All right. All right, Queen Bee, you are up next here. Hey, Mercy, is there a future between you and Amaha? All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have here. We do have here, we've got the Nine of Coins and the Judgment card here. So I feel here that the Judgment card is your higher self calling you to a higher place. And the Nine of Pentacles is like there's this the nine is the hermit's journey, you spending time with spirit, um, getting to know like your worth in relationship to the higher realm and defining yourself by the higher realm. And I feel like what's happening here is they're like going, well, they're not really for your highest experience where you're wanting to head because doing this, they're like your higher self and spirit are kind of calling you into this alone time with them to help raise your low vibration, which does bring you the wheel of fortune later, which it's totally worth it because this is abundance. This is things change, and where even your human feels like, wow, this is great. So I don't feel like there's a future with Amaha. I feel like that spirit is, drawing you in to focus on your self love and raise it, and it brings in someone more in alignment with your future than them. I feel like the current energies that you're at would draw in what you've always done and get what you've always gotten, but you're in this movement up that brings in someone like matches your inner heart. So I like that for you, Queen Bee. So I wouldn't look that way for him. Just go like, yeah, you know what? If you do have any interaction with them, just know it's a stepping stone. They're just a classroom to get you to who your soul partner would be. And if you want to check out my playlists, I do have a timeless pick a card reading for relationships, and one of them in there, it's one of the older ish ones. We'll talk about messages from your soulmate, soul partner, or twin flame. And you might check that out. I just feel like they nudged me to mention that to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. So that's in there. That was there. All righty. You are welcome, Anshul and Marie. All right. So we are to Alicia Toinita. You want to know, is Caesar cheating on you with someone else? All right. Let's take a look here. Sorry, I'm just going to get clarity on here. We've got the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups, is like nostalgia, someone from the past. And I don't feel like they're actually like cheating. I just feel like someone from their past is contacting them. And I don't feel like that anything has happened at this point. We've got the Hierophant, which is they're really, it's like Caesar is diving deep inside and trying to find out who they are, what do they truly want in life, etc. And the Eight of Coins is movement forward in their life here. So I feel like they've been putting in work and there's movement that's about to happen here, and this will, the Eight of Coins, the Eight of Pentacles is like an apprentice who does a lot of the work, whether it's in relationship or work or life or whatever. And then movement happens. They can't stay where they're at anymore. It either has to go up or out. And so I feel like that's what's about to happen here is there is this movement that's about to change because you got the Ten of Swords, which is ending of expectations. It's just like it's overwhelming. The supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos and must. Like there's a lot of pressure of who they're supposed to be and should be, and need to be, and have to be. And with this keeper of coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles, this is about Mother Nature and nurturing themselves and new birth. So this is endings and new beginnings of a birth here too. So I feel like whatever is about to come in here, I mean, it's going to be coming soon, and it's going to be either like it's like and they have the Keeper of Wands, the King of Wands too. So this is about action and movement, but it's like they're trying to decide what they want in their life, and when they do, it's either you guys are headed off to like marriage or you're he's headed off on his own. It's like things can't stay the way they are right now. They either have to get closer and move up, or it can't stay, you can't stay together. So I like it for you because you deserve. I feel like you probably agree. You're like, yeah, because they need to, as they say here, poop or get off the pot. Get off the toilet. If you're not gonna poop, get off, get out of here. It's like action or go. And I feel like that's what is coming in the way. And they're not showing me which way it's going because they're still in there thinking about what they want in life and who they are. They're doing a really deep reflection. And I don't feel like this person is like they're not choosing between you and this person from their past. It's like the person from their past with what they're doing in their life, with everything else going on in their life, is just really taught, like kind of sparked them. All these things have sparked them, all this pressure, the supposed do's and shoulds, all those 10 swords. They're just exhausted trying to live up to everyone's expectations. So they're trying to find out, who do I want to be, what do I want? And that's where they're at. So but I don't feel like they're cheating on you. I just feel like that might be the energy that you're picking up on because you're pretty intuitive. So I feel like you're picking up on those emotions. So that's what's going on, Alicia. So hang in there. All right. And we are to Rose with the brown icon in the R. I always announce that, right? Because I have several R, not R, roses that come in. So, all right. I am doing well. Um, oh, and you didn't ask a question. So I am doing well, Rose. I hope you're doing well as well. I don't think I saw a question. If it is, it's probably further down. So AAC, hi. Can you get work overseas? All right, let's take a look here and see. Are you able to get work overseas? Wow, too many cards here. Let me put these back in here. Um, yeah, this full moon energy tomorrow. Be sure to tune in tomorrow because I think I'm gonna talk about in the beginning on how to do some releasing ceremonies, to release things and to bring new things in, because Sagittarius full moon tomorrow is about travel and foreign things. So I definitely have that here. Wow, you have a ton of cards keep coming out here. Let me see. So you got the hanged one coming up here first. Okay. Which is just a matter of time. There's a transformation and a transition that's happening. But you are able to here. You've got the Crown of Coins, King of Pentacles, which is abundance and fulfillment. So you are able to get work overseas. It's just a matter of there's like this transformation. I usually look at it like a cocoon. It's usually the hanged man is usually showing, something hanging upside down. It looks like a cocoon. And I feel like you're going through a transformation right now. Things are changing, and so trust the process, trust that the perfect timing will unfold. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, work on raising your self love, raising your love vibration, and changing where you're focusing your energy, because um, part of raising your love vibration is connecting higher. And that's what allows this energy to change. Because if you go now, there's some lower love vibration that's there that will attract lower vibrational things, which you don't want, especially overseas when you go somewhere else foreign, right? You're wanting to be at a higher vibrational level, so you bring in these higher vibrational things when you're kind of like a fish out of water in a different place, right? So that's what I feel is coming in, but very, very good energy. I feel like it is definitely will happen. All right. So that is what we have for you there. All right. Thank you so much, Kritika, for answering Lisa. Okay. All right. Very good. Sorry, I'm just reading, making sure I'm not passing over anyone as I'm going down the list here. All right. Asan Ozi. Hello, hello. Any chances for you to have a relationship with Mr. Imcha? Let's take a look here. Um, the Tower card is people are moved out of your life on purpose for a purpose to make space for someone new and to open the path for you to move more into a direction, something more in alignment with your higher self. So I would say that if there is, it would get hit by lightning and dissolve. But that's all right because it's making room here for the Page of Cups, new love. So I feel like they're saying, yeah, there's a chance, but it's not for your highest good. There's someone that is more in alignment with your highest experience here coming in. So that's your answer. So very clear in that for you. You can always make whatever choices you want, but just know for your highest experience, it's best to let them just drift away and know that that space is going to be filled by someone even more in alignment with your heart. All right. So that's what they have for you. And Mars, you are up next. So would N like you or not like you? Love me not. Love me not. Love me not. It's like doing the flowers, right? So we've got the judgment card, which is seen from a higher perspective, and it's like being drawn to your higher self in a different direction. I feel like that they would just be um I feel like you would end up just being like another one of their potted plants on the window that wouldn't get a whole lot of uh, attention, a whole lot of water, a whole lot of emotion from this. You just eventually be up there. So I feel like there's something more in alignment for you here that spirit is guiding you to here. Double endings, double new beginnings. They're just like, nope, nope. Mars, XX, no, no. So I feel like spirit is kind of waving you off, going, "Oh, don't go there." Uh, and so that's what's happening. So that's what's coming through Mars. Many blessings to you. All right. All right. So Sarah Connor, also known as Tracy. A lot of an understatement. Yeah. So do you know them too? Did you know them too? Or all right. Already completed yours AAC. Just have to rewind a little bit. It's probably maybe 30 minutes ago ish, maybe. Somewhere I think in the last 30 minutes, maybe. All right. So, Sarah, you've got this great card. I mean, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means things unfold and things do move forward for you here. But the Keeper of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords, is about balancing heart and mind. So I feel like it's a time here for whatever you're looking at information is to not go totally into your heart, not to go totally into your mind either. It's almost like balancing your human experience and your heavenly higher experience because both are important, right? Having roots in a tree are important, but because if you don't have roots, which if you don't have this earthly human experience, then our experience here just tips over because it's top heavy. if we just have branches. Um, if we only have roots and we don't reach for the skies, then we're just a stump and we don't have any fruit because the fruit grows up here, right? So there's this wonderful balance in between enjoying life experience as the human. It's almost like coming together, walking. You don't have to kill your ego. You actually, your higher self fulfills your ego, your human existence, because your human is really hungering and thirsting after the unconditional love from above, and so that's what comes in. It does that. So that is what I feel is coming in here um right now. So many, many blessings to you. I just feel like there's this wonderful, when that balancing comes in, it just takes you in this wonderful direction and it opens up the wheel of fortune where your human even feels like, wow, this is great. They're really excited about that things, have come in there. And I'm so sorry. Let me just I feel like but I missed a phone call. I didn't. I'm just waiting on hearing from the hospital because they should be calling here like any minute. So I'm trying to finish up too. All right. So shut up and quick continue reading. So hopefully that resonated there for you, Sarah Connor. All right. So we took care of those already. We took care of those. All right. So Miss Sweet Like Honey, you want to know Elle's feelings towards you. Let's take a look here. All right. Hmm. Well, they're going through this here. It's like they're inward here. Um, I'm not sure if they're Leo, but they've got this energy of turning inward. And with this apprentice of swords, which is the page of swords, it's also about connecting to the higher truths of the upper realm, right? Connecting to their higher self, seeing things from a different perspective. But I feel like they're changing the way they're looking at things, and I just feel like they're very inward focused right now. It almost feels hermity in a way, like they're in a hermit's journey, and they're just focusing in on their own thoughts and seeing things from a different and kind of in this place of looking and transforming and changing. And I'm like, well, what about feelings towards people? Nope, all in the mind, all in their head. Their eyes are closed. All they're connected to is like seeing things inward and upward, and a lot of caught up in their minds here. I feel like we get that a lot. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I feel like when we ask that, they're always up in their head, thinking, overthinking. But that's what's happening right now. I just feel like they have emotions are in a soundproof room while they're doing a lot of thinking in their head. So that's what's coming through, Miss Sweet Like Honey. I know what is going on. All right. Actually, I think that is everyone. All right. So we a little over 3 hours. Excuse me. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. So thank you for being part of the love tsunami. Before I head off, I do want to make sure everyone knows about my giveaway on Mondays. Every Monday I have a giveaway. This one, I am ending the extravaganza of giveaways, and I'm going to be giving away 7 free personal recorded readings. So if you want to check those out and see how you can get into the drawings, make sure to check out the video. Also, every week I put out at least one pick a card reading. This week's was Where Am I Making a Mistake? Which it talks about in the video about mistakes and that we really can't make mistakes. But it explains it in a great reading for those as well. And I have a ton of pick a cards. So if you want even more free, connection to spirit, check out my main page. I have a ton of playlists and a ton of pick a cards too. And as I'd been mentioning, happy joyous June to you. And here is the link to the playlist for all of the readings for each individual zodiac sign. So I think that is all the ones that I have there. Thanks again, everyone. What a wonderful day. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Um, I should be back this evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also tomorrow and Sunday at 11 a.m. in the morning Mountain, and then, of course, on Saturday and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain as well. So please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. You hang in there. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world, and we'll see you soon. Till then, take care.